but it might be fun if we did. CTD is behind the mic. I'm back on my bullshit. My boys are back too. No rest for the wicked, 'cause we're going out soon. For tonight, I'm forgetting that tomorrow's Monday. I know it's only the weekend, but my mom is praying for me. We don't gotta get wasted. Welcome to the show. But it might be fun if we did. CTD is behind the mic. Oh, we don't gotta get wasted. Welcome to the show. But it might be fun if we did. CTD is behind the mic.
Man, what a fun and kick-ass song. I love it. How you guys going? Big welcome, Geysershark. Mike, what's up, gentlemen?
Not much, sir. How are you this fine summer evening?
Ducky, man, better than I deserve. Mike, how about you?
Doing great, man. Got a couple of garage beers in me, and I'm ready to roll.
Well, that's fantastic. We are glad to have everybody on board, and we appreciate... We got, man, Michael's in the house. Welcome on in, mate. We're good to have you here. For those of you that are curious, we did a CTD experience yesterday. You can find that talking all about the sublife, submarines, all of that good stuff. He is a fictional submarine novel writer and former naval officer, all that good stuff. We're glad to have him in the hizzy, as it were. We are talking summer movies. And there's a lot of movies. We may hit some of the movies that some people have seen. Maybe, we've maybe not seen all of them either, but we can talk about the word of mouth, what we've seen, what we've heard, what we have observed, right? And I think that will be helpful. So for those of you wondering why we're doing this at the end of the summer, well, that's because at the beginning of the summer we did this. We watched all the trailers to what you're about to see, what we're going to talk about. So go back to that CTD experience, whether it's on X proper on X or on YouTube, to find that you'll be able to see our comments and questions and what we're looking forward to then. And now we're on the tail end of summer and we're excited. So before we go any further, though, Mike, what is it you're taking a break from doing and hanging with us tonight? Give us a little spiel about what's going on in your world, man.
Yeah, so I just left my job at Whole Foods. Been there for like 12 years, and I've been working tirelessly at something that I've had some success in the past, and now we're just expanding on it, called Indie Voice Academy. And I'm going to be hosting group voiceover classes, but also with the twist of trying to assist indie games and animation and funding their projects. So very, very cool. I'm very pumped to get this going. We've got our first one going off on August 14th, Friday. So we've got a couple of people already purchased some tickets, and it's going to be a good time, man. I'm really, really, really excited to start this new chapter.
It is one of those things where it is like so crazy to just be like, what is going on? It is when it comes to the world of vocal voice acting, right? It's kind of an unknown thing. And I disagree, obviously, with his politics, but Mark Hamill, I think that was his saving grace, right? Because he moved out for everyone's like, hey, Luke Skywalker. And then he was able to get work as a voice actor. And your voice is the front and stage. And Mike, you're great, right? He's good. So if you guys are curious about how to improve things when it comes to voice acting, if you just want to put your toe in the water, see what's going on. So definitely leave in the replies, mate, to this, the website and how they can get in touch with you.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So without further ado, and I should specify that we are not going to give any spoilers. Okay. We're not gonna be like, not gonna sandbag you. You're like, oh, now I know the plot. We're gonna talk generally without spoilers, but enough detail that I think it'll be like, okay. So it's a review of Hollywood. We're putting Hollywood on trial with this podcast here tonight, and I can't think of better people to do that with than you two. Okay, so first in the shoot, I think most people may have seen this, but we're talking Hail Mary, Project Hail Mary. Whoever wants to go first, what did you guys think of the movie?
Well, having just watched it this afternoon, my takeaway first is if you haven't seen it, take the time to watch it. It's 2.5 hours. You don't even realize that amount of time has passed. It is so good. And, Ryan Gosling carries 95% of this movie just by himself. And I thought he was great in this movie. So if you haven't seen it, I definitely it's on the Geysershark recommended movies.
Excellent.
Okay, Mike, go ahead, man.
Yeah, so I got pulled away like halfway through this, unfortunately, which was really frustrating for me. But I got about, like I said, halfway through it and was really enjoying it, and I'm excited to dive back in. Yeah, just the relationship between Ryan Gosling's character and this like little alien, just the back and forth, and like eventually giving him a voice. Like it's just really, really well done. And Ryan Gosling, man, coming in, he's a real sleeper, man. Like he's so talented. Really, really carries the emotion in this. I had a good time with it thus far.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And this is not a spoiler, but the alien that he's interacting with in the film, that's not CGI. That is an actual rod puppet that he is reacting against. So Phil Lord and was it Phil Lord and Christopher Miller? They actually brought in puppeteers so that Gosling would have something to react against, not just a green tennis ball saying put this in your eye line.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, that is very cool. Mike says he loved Hail Mary. I think because people really enjoyed it because it just took you out of your headspace of like what's going on, what entertainment should do. It wasn't preachy, it wasn't political, it was just like a movie, right? And the science fiction, I think we can all agree, has been done a lot, right? Like ever since like the 40s, 50s, or whatever. That's one of those things. But to have fresh takes, to have new ideas in that genre, kind of tough. Not everything is original, but there was enough originality to it. You're like, okay, cool. That's awesome. That's good to go. So, Phantom, welcome on in. Glad you were able to touch base here in the stream. And thanks to everybody that's liking and reposting, getting the word out. Because we definitely want to interact with folks as we go along here. So, I mean, should we go like 5 stars out of 10? What do you think we should do? I feel like we should rate the movies we have seen. What do you guys think?
Oh, if we're doing 1 out of 10, I give Project Hail Mary, I give it a 8.5, 9.
8.5, 9. Okay.
Kind of doing like the Hank Hill and the King of the Hill revival. Oh, 5 stars? I'll give you a 4. So it gives you something to work towards.
Yeah, having only seen half of it, I'm not going to give it 5 stars. But from what I've seen, 8 stars I think is appropriate. That's the level I was coming at. That's the level of interest in wishing to kind of go back in. I felt like there was a bit of setup that took some time. I mean, it was well written, but yeah, 8 stars is very compelling for sure.
Right, and it's based on the novel of the same name by Andy Weir, who also wrote The Martian, and that was also a great movie. So definitely, that's a recommended too, by the way.
Okay, so I would give it an 8. I think that it was fresh, it was good. It didn't knock my socks off, but I don't think it needed to. And that wasn't the point. It was just told a good story. So Mike says, no way, Hail Mary had no flaws. 10 out of 10 from, okay.
But you got to give it something to work towards.
It's welcome on in, Leslie. Good to see you. I think that's Nikki. Good to see you. So yeah, it's one of those things where there's no accounting for taste, right? Is that one of those one of those things? And Phantom gives it 8 or 9 because it worked hard to capture the book, and it did. See, earmuffs, Mike. I don't learn by reading. It's not an enjoyable experience for me. Audible books is what podcasts. That's how I learn. So that's why I enjoy movies. Right? I'm like, if it's good enough of a book, they'll make a movie. That's my mentality.
I've known a few books that have made bad movies.
Oh, there's certainly. Oh man, every time I post about Starship Troopers, without fail, someone comes out of the woodwork and be like, "Oh, it's not as good as the book." It's like, okay, that's fine. Got it. I said it's a good movie, right? So I think we looked at the Harry Potter movies. They probably were the most faithful, although books have a lot more detail. We need to get Mike's books made into movies, man. But yeah, so it's it's a little funny to me because I'm trying to think what other books. Jurassic Park, right? So that first movie was like half of the book.
Yeah, there was so much that from the original Jurassic Park novel that got cut out of the final film.
Roger that, Mike. Yeah, we're talking about K-19 set the sub franchise back, but like as far as like sub books making it right or whatever the case may be. I actually was today years old when I learned that this is actually a movie or a book first. So I appreciate that, Phantom, letting us know. The book is a 10 only because detail and great. Yeah. I mean, it's also set up for a sequel, I think, if they wanted to go in a direction. I don't know how much of the book they used in the movie for material. Maybe they used all of it, most of it. I'm not sure. But
I'm not sure. I haven't read the book.
Yeah, I think you gotta say Hail Marys. It's definitely what Hollywood needed. It set the tone, I feel like, for this year of Hollywood getting back-ish on track. I don't think they've hit the nail quite on the head with every movie, but I think they're learning hard lessons for sure in that regard. Yeah, would that be a fair statement?
I think so. And I mean, Project Hail Mary is something that everybody can enjoy. Whatever your politics may be, whatever your beliefs may be, this is a movie that everybody can go to and enjoy because it's an entertaining movie, which is what movies are supposed to be.
Okay, so Princess Bride was apparently a snorefest of a book. I mean, once you see Andre the Giant, you can't not love that movie, right?
Yeah, not loving Princess Bride is inconceivable.
Oh, so good. We might have to watch party that sometime. That would be fun.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Miracle
I think
Max.
we gotta do Tombstone first, though. I think we're due for one of those. But okay, so high marks all around for Hail Mary from us and also the chat. They also now chat. No, as you're typing, if you type any spoilers, I'm gonna be number one mad at you. I don't want you to do that. Number two, I will have learned about a spoiler, and I'll be mad at you for me having learned a spoiler, and I just won't show it. So I just want to set the ground rules for everyone as we do this. And that's kind of the point why Hail Mary did well, man, is it's a shame politics is so much part of movie making versus, well, you'll notice, we'll talk more about this when we talk about Spider-Man Brand New Day, but Mark Ruffalo keeping his yapper shut, right? Not on accident. It's probably written into that dude's fucking contract. You can't talk from this state to this state about politics. So, yeah, it did what it needed to do. And I think that proved where we are at. Okay. So we go from Project Hail Mary now to, I was looking forward to this one, man. Mortal Kombat 2. Yeah. Oh, I was so looking forward to it. You've got Carl Evans as Johnny Cage. You've got, oh man, just it was fantastic. I wish Christopher Lambert could just be bottled and timeless, and they could have de-aged him as Raiden, maybe. But like, I don't know, that's just like a quirk, so a wish that would never, of course, happen because he's ancient now. But
Yeah.
like, what a okay. I'm gonna hold off on my opinion. Mike, you threw up some excitement there. I want you to go first, man. What do you think of the movie?
I had a really great time with it, honestly. Like I thought, making Johnny Cage like front and center as like the star of this, and just like a little bit of that like I'm too old for this shit sort of like mentality. I just had a blast with it. It was such a good time. Great fight scenes, great callbacks to the games. I'm a huge fan. Great interpretation of most of the characters. Some of them had some issues here and there, but like just kept going. Had a great time. Great interpretation of Shao Kahn as well. Like everything that I'd been very critical about the mask for a long time, that like helmety sort of thing. I was like, all right, like I feel like, it does not game accurate, but like, and in the previews or some of the photos, it looked a little too big. But man, he just carried it. Yeah, just a great time. Kano being back, I mean, just such a great character for this franchise, really like hamming it up. Yeah,
I was actually surprised by Kano.
Mm.
I guess the first movie colored me to what he'd be like. He was a delight. He was a delight. I might be a little partial.
Can't
because
imagine
of the
why.
accent, but like, no, it was delightful, the character.
I wish
Oh,
he
yeah.
stayed evil, but that's, I don't want to get too in the weeds with that. But yeah, that was my only like gripe. I was hoping he was gonna be like,
That was your only foible.
What?
as it
Yeah,
were?
one of them. I felt like I did feel like Shao Kahn was a little too like they're too much of him instead of like a build up to him. All right. Which I get it. Like the first one, I guess you could say, is that. But from a narrative standpoint, I felt like he could have been like the boss character and them kind of like him really building him up. And then having that final fight would have been so much more impactful. But I mean, it's just fun. It's a blast, man. It was, just like all the callbacks to the game. Carl Urban's just always a good time. So
There was a lot of Shao Kahn.
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
be honest. Yes, and whoever the actor is that played him, like, just a unit, absolute
Yeah,
unit.
it was the guy is a giant.
Yeah, but I agree with you that yeah, probably could have done with a little less, right? It would have been more impactful, like the Jaws shark in the first one. Like the less you see him, the more it kind of builds up.
Mhm.
That was definitely another path they could have chosen. But from the get-go, people were complaining about the helmet. I'm not sure why. I guess there's just always going to be those people. It just has to be understood. They're going to complain no matter what. If it's not exactly as it was in their memory at this time in their life. So they were very faithful to like the fatalities, which by the way, thankfully was R rated. So we actually got to see fatalities. Gruesome, like everything Mortal Kombat should be. And we're talking about like how it's a coin flip. If books are made into movies and if they're good, try making a video game into a movie. Notorious for being shit shows.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Got a great
God.
Baraka sequence too. Like that was great. That was a good time, really well. Like if you're not gonna make him an outright like villain, like that's the way you do it, and still just menacing in the warrior clan, and yeah, it was good. It's good.
Oh,
time.
Yeah, I think that Baraka, and I'm not going to go into details, was a huge surprise for me, as Kano was. They were both delightful surprises in the way they
Mm.
took their characters, and I thought that was pretty doggone cool.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. And and you can tell they definitely learned from the first film, where because the first off the story was better, I thought, and some of the sillier elements that they had in the original film, like the arcana, or the special powers you get because of whatever magical the branding, which was the dragon logo. They dropped that completely because it was stupid. And the director, I believe he even came out and said, "Yeah, we're not doing that anymore. That was dumb. We're just dropping that completely. It'll never be mentioned again."
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair. They did a great job. I felt like they were true to the source game material. I'm not somebody that's followed the lore through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like all that.
It's a lot.
There is, and for me, the first two are like my favorite, and that's kind of all I care about. I don't need to know much more in regards to backstory. It's like, listen, it's a video game. You go defend Earth, just make the scenes look like the stages in the game, keep the moves, keep the fatalities, throw a little, whatever hot sauce in it. It's Hollywood hot sauce to make it interesting. And I think they did that for the most part. And I think that's why it did well. It really did. Well, actually, hold on. Let me look. I'm looking at my Ooh, I don't know that it turned a profit. I have a graphic that I'm going to show. We'll talk about it at the end. We'll go over the numbers, but it's not the first movie. It's weird, man, because here's the thing. It used to be where movies, you went to them because that was the only way to see it, and it would come out on DVD or VHS you had to wait a long time. 3 months, 4 months,
3
5,
months.
it was a while. Now, and we'll keep a powder dry, but Supergirl, record time to come to stream. Everybody's kind of like, well, I've got a big screen TV. I like the popcorn or the snacks that I make, and they're way cheaper or buy. I can pause and pee when I need to. It's basically a theater going experience in our homes. So I think a movie has to be exceptional for people to be like, all right, I'm going to go out, I'm going to fight the crowds, I'm going to pay obnoxious ticket prices, now concession prices, and go it right. It just adds up when it used to be a simple experience. And I have a soapbox I'm not going to get on about timing and sitting through ads and all that shit. So I think there's a lot of improvement that needs to occur. But I think that informs where I'm going with this. Is it informs whether people go to the theater and support or not. What do you guys think?
Yeah, and one thing about with the DVD, VHS back in the day, that was where studios made, and you probably know more than me, so correct me if I'm wrong. That's where the studios really made their money back with movies. Like something that would fail at the box office would later become a hit on home video and ultimately make the studio a profit. For example, a movie like Tremors with Kevin Bacon and Fred Ward. It didn't do good at the box office, but it just blew up on VHS and later DVD, and that's how they made their money, and they made their direct to video sequels. But that's where, and same thing with movies like Big Trouble in Little China, one of our favorites, and an influence on the Mortal Kombat lore.
Yes,
but it was word of mouth via home video. And it's very difficult to get that kind of attention these days now with digital on demand and just the slow death of physical media.
I agree, man. I think the landscape is changing so fast, and now you have AI, and now you've got all this. So it's one of those deals. We're going to see where it shakes out, but it's like whether it's a YouTube video, whether it's a podcast, whether it's a movie, whether it's a TV show, as a book, as always, the content will always win out, and word of mouth will happen. And if you're faithful and have good content, and you're not trying to game the system and do weird shit, I think that's something that will always remain true. And people that forget that the customer is always right, they'll always lose money and learn lessons the hard way. Versus, there's a reason that's a tried and true statement. It applies to restaurants, retail, movies, doesn't matter. And I think Ryan Gosling went to movie theaters and or a movie, like one of the screenings, and basically said as much. We need to make better movies for you. We want you to come out to the theaters and just enjoy And he's basic, right? He's just saying, hey, we need to make good content for the customer, and that's important. And that's this year, I think, is a good learning curve for them, for Hollywood.
Yeah, I'm hearing just rumors, nothing confirmed, that they're starting to move, back to the middle, and just they're like for movies like Project Hail Mary, something everybody can enjoy, and if that's the way it's going, I think movies and the theater experience can be resuscitated a little bit. So because for me, when I was a kid, the movie theater was always an experience. It was not just the movie itself; it was the theater, the smell of the popcorn, how for whatever reason your brain thought the M&Ms tasted better at the theater than they did at the gas station. And you kind of miss the sticky floors a little bit, because that was part of a movie theater's charm. Kind of gross, but still part of the charm. And so if we can make movies, like I'm a movie maker, but if they make movies like Mortal Kombat or Project Hail Mary, where people can enjoy it, then I think the theater experience can, if not return to what it was, it can be modified and still be something that parents and kids can say, this was an experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting back to that, right? Hello, Hexmare. Welcome on in. Good to see you.
Wanted to throw one more thing out there. If anybody still wants to scratch their Mortal Kombat itch after this is done, if you haven't seen it, Mortal Kombat Legacy is a wonderful web series. It's basically how Mortal Kombat, this new iteration of Mortal Kombat, got back on the horse. Ken Tenchurin, I can't remember how to pronounce his name, was the director. He did a short film that turned into like a full web series. The first season for sure is just a really great time, and it's a reinterpretation in some ways of some of these characters, but a far better Quan Chi in that series, by the way. Really good time though. Check it out on YouTube, Mortal Kombat Legacy, if you haven't. It's great.
Okay. There we have that. I think it's time, unless you have any other saved rounds. I think it's time to rate the movie 1 out of 10. What would you give it, gentlemen?
I would give Mortal Kombat 2 a 7.5 out of 10. It definitely improved on the first one, but I think there's still room for further improvement.
You're so hot on the first one, man.
I like the first one. I don't want to say that atrocious. I didn't. I did enjoy the first movie, but
the second one,
I think
we just don't talk about, like Highlander 2.
Well, I have not seen Highlander 2, so
do not.
Yeah, that's what
I love. Michael Ironside, but no, that's
yeah. No, I thought Mortal Kombat 2 was a big step up, and I think they can still go higher.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna give it an 8. I would say improvement above the other one. The first one be a 7. I'm gonna put the original Mortal Kombat here, the newer Mortal Kombat here. Mortal Kombat 2 is just above that very first one, and then Annihilation is off the screen.
Yeah, it's not. It's nowhere to be seen.
Just
this.
That.
I'm actually going to give a spoiler from Mortal Kombat Annihilation. It was so bad that the actor for Johnny Cage did not return, and I'm giving you this spoiler, chat and everyone, because I don't want you to see the movie. It's so horribly done. They kill within the first 5 minutes. No shit, Johnny Cage. It's that bad.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
But yet they kept the Sindel actress going, too bad you will die.
Oh, it's classically just horrible.
I would actually say you need to watch it so you can further appreciate how far it's come. It's so It's so horrendous. I saw it.
It is.
When I was little. Their Shao Kahn is like 5'5". It's just a big oversized helmet with the teeth. Like, and again, like I said, like this is stark improvement, but man, they seem to not be able to get this fucking helmet done correctly. But man, it was rough. He was the villain from Cobra, I think, and he's in a bunch of other stuff. I can't remember the name of the actor, but holy hell, it is rough. Smoke it up, man. You'll
But what's funny is he's actually a fairly big guy.
Yeah.
But you're saying they filmed him. I haven't seen Annihilation, but they filmed him smaller.
He looks tiny. I don't know if other actors are taller. He just is not. You needed that kind of like linebacker level, strongman level size and heft, and he's just kind of like a guy. And I'm sure if they filmed him on his throne and like up shots, they really could have like really made him look larger than life. But no, he's.
I mean, they could make Tom Cruise look taller than Kelly McGillis.
Yeah. It's a rough watch, but it's so bad it's good in certain ways, I think.
All right. We're gonna stop talking about Annihilation. That was not on my bingo card. I refuse to give. And oh god. Anyways, all right. So what number did you give it? Did you give it a number yet?
I gave it an 8. I think
you gave it an 8. And guys, you gave it a 7.5, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so my love for Mortal Kombat. I was delightful. I wanted my original thinking is 7.5, but I got to throw in the nostalgia. The nostalgia bumps it up to an 8 for me. It just does. The first one, for whatever it's worth, is a 9. Okay, it just, and that's pure nostalgia rating. But I think 8 is worth recommended to watch 100%. If you've not seen Mortal Kombat 2, that is a good movie to watch. All right.
And Carl Urban, just one last thing. Carl Urban just oozes charisma through his portrayal of Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
I mean, so.
Yeah, he's a good focus for main character.
I popped up this comment briefly earlier, but I want to go back to it from Nikki. If they keep pushing slop at the customer, we'll just stop watching new movies and go back to the old ones, and that's fine. I find in movies and television, anything 2015 and prior is very watchable. It doesn't have the taint of everything else on it. That's been like my personal view, and I think that's what Hollywood is finding out is this summer what's being profitable, what's not the taint. Urban is a great actor. Yes, he is. So Johnny Cage, it was, probably wouldn't be my first pick, but he did a decent job, man. It got the job done. There's Mike. Couldn't not bring up the taint comment. So again, everyone, thank you for helping to get this live podcast off the ground, both on YouTube and on X. Make sure to repost, like, unrepost, and repost again. We'll make the algorithm work for us. As you can see, pulling up the comments, interacting with you as we're going through these movies. And we're trying to go, I think, chronologically. And the next movie, chronologically, I did see this. I think you guys did as well. But we're talking Masters of the Universe.
Yes, I did go to the theater to see it.
I was sitting in the chair, super giddy. I couldn't wait to see this because I kind of got sucked in to it, and I was raring to go, man. Unfortunately, I want to say 3/4 of the way through the movie, the projector died, and there was about a 20-minute pause at a really climactic moment. That was awesome. And then
that happened.
It took them a minute once they got back up. Okay, where were we? Da da da. It's the whole thing. So that was like I trying to think if that's ever happened to me before in a movie theater ever, and it's not ringing any bells.
No,
but I'm so excited to talk about this movie because I actually have a lot to say about it. If you go to my X page on my profile, my articles, I actually have a He-Man Masters of the Universe article. Once it came out, after I saw it, I wrote it. And it got a lot of traction, which is super cool, over like 100,000 views, that kind of thing. So it feels good to be able to have that kind of an impact But let's talk Masters of the Universe, gentlemen. What did whoever wants to go first, man? What did you guys think?
I thought it was a lot of fun. I was surprised at how much I enjoyed it. I think there was a lot of talk ahead of time that it was going to be like tainted by the wokeism, and there was none of that really to be had. There wasn't, any like hyper female focus or whatever. It was incredibly well balanced. I don't want to give Jared Leto any credit, but I have to. He did a good job and a lot of good laughs. Like, yeah, it just great, just a good popcorn, fun movie. I watched it from my home theater, not from the movies. So, but I now I wish I had. Um, yeah, well handled. I don't have like, and for me too, like there's that lack of nostalgic connection for me because like, yeah, I grew up with He-Man, but I was a Batman kid. I don't know if it was the timing or whatever in my age. So like, even without that, I had a really good time. So
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. I went in and I saw it in the theater the weekend it came out, and I had a lot of fun watching it. I was a little waiting to cringe, but it didn't happen. I was very entertained. I wouldn't call myself, an expert on Masters of the Universe lore or anything like that. 'Cause I watched it when it was on as a kid, and but I thought it caught the spirit and the fun of the series very well. And like you, Mike, I don't want to give Jared Leto credit, but he was not a bad Skeletor. He was actually pretty good, especially the business suit. And I will say no more.
ridiculous.
But and I thought the actors all did a great job, and I thought Idris Elba was actually really great as Man at Arms,
Mhm.
and they had so many just callbacks to the series, and of course the action figures, Trap Jaw, Mecha Neck, and Fisto, and all this, and they actually explain why they are called that within the world of the movie, and
Mhm.
I thought it was really great. And, and of course, Alison Brie, she did a great job as Evil Lynn. I thought,
Mhm.
she just kind of had that aura of, yes, I work for Skeletor, but I'm willing to stab him in the back for my own ends
Mhm.
if it suits me. So I enjoyed it. I definitely would watch it again in the theater if I could.
I really
All
like the
right.
handling of Trap Jaw, by the way, just to throw it out there. That was fucking so cool.
Yeah.
So I'd like to show something that I think is really great about the movie. It's not that we're not watching trailers or anything, but a moment that I think many people have seen and you can expect. But the effects in this movie, fucking top notch. They were spectacular. Didn't cut corners. It was a absolute joy to watch this movie. It was the colors were saturated. It was amazing just to watch things. The effects, everything was really, really well done. So let me go ahead and add this clip. I want to say, yeah, it's about 22 seconds. So let's take a gander at this right quick and get our reactions. So that's what it looks like to have abs. Okay.
That's great. The metal music too. It's just like,
Well, that's Brian May from Queen, man.
oh shit.
No kidding.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
Brian May.
that's great. Yeah, that's so appropriate.
Yes,
Very
that's why you're like,
nice.
why does that sound
Yeah.
familiar? And now you know why.
Very nice. And the sword looks perfect
hmm
from the how they had depicted it in the original series.
Yeah. I really like the whole fish out of water kind of like, him like having, got into to Earth like when he was really young, and then like almost kind of forgetting who he was in a sense, and that like awkward kind of shift over. Like it's just that was a fun time.
Yeah,
It was a little bit
it kind of followed the classic hero's journey sort of thing with an ordinary person getting the call to adventure.
Yeah.
But if I say any more, I'll start spoiling. So, and I gave the promise, just like I did the last time with the three of us on there with the Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator 2. I swear I will not spoil anything.
I think it's fun, man. That they really like they did with Mortal Kombat 2. They captured the essence. My take on it is you can read my article on X. Go to my articles and you can read it in more in depth. People had a problem with Idris Elba being African American, and I'm like, I just don't. It's a race swap, fine, got it. I tracking that you don't like that, and should they've found somebody that was white because the character's white? Okay, fine, I'll grant you that. But it wasn't going to stop me. And to your point, guys, a fantastic Man at Arms, right? Super great. And then when we talk about like Tila, we talk about He-Man, Adam. I do feel like the movie was a little long. I feel like they should have shaved 25-30 minutes off and it would have been perfect. It did dilly-dally till you get to the parts where you're just like really chomping at the bit to see. But at the same time, I talked to people about that and they're like, well, that's one of my favorite parts of it. It's like, okay, well, everybody's got the thing. But at 2 hours and 15 minutes, it's a little long for a He-Man movie. Yeah. When he's like in his bed and sleeping, you're like, I don't know that we need this scene. So if it was just tighter, right? If they did they normally do an extended cut. If they, well, what would we call that? A reduction cut?
Yeah.
For me, that's something that I would enjoy. Yeah, I agree. Idris is not John Wayne doing Khan.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what he's talking about with that?
Yes, he's talking about a movie called The Conqueror, where John Wayne played Genghis Khan.
Oh God, yes.
You're beautiful in your wrath.
Have you seen that, Mike?
I have not. That's the only line I know from the movie.
I've seen clips of it.
Okay. Yeah. Oh my God, it's not great.
Yeah, and I'm a John Wayne fan because of my grandfather and his love of westerns, but I cannot make myself watch The Conqueror.
Can you pull up a clip? I just want to have a good laugh with it.
Oh, he looks so awful, Mike. I mean, they put this weird, like, giant mustache, the pencil thin mustache that like goes down past his chin. It's so bad.
Oh, who thought this was going to be a good idea? Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Well, it didn't do so well.
All right. I found a comp. Hold on. You guys are going to be delighted. Here's a compilation of John Wayne. For those of you that are wondering what in God's green earth are we talking about, this is what we're talking about. Okay. Let me remove that. Bring this up. This is what.
There it is. Okay, so the mustache wasn't as long as I remember.
Listen to me.
There are moments for wisdom, Jamuga, then I listen to you. There are moments for action, then I listen to my blood. I feel this Tartar woman is for me. My blood says take her. I greet you, my mother. Are you women that you tremble before a force half your number? You fear the Mercut's revenge, I seek it. Let him who shrinks from it say so and be gone. There is no room in my tents for those who fear or question my orders. Arise, valiant one. On, brave suitor, would you desert your bride unkissed? This woman is for my pleasure. Why is this carcass lying here?
It is an omen, my son.
What woman's talk is this, my mother? Rid us of this carrion. I dealt gently with this oaf. If others would speak, let it be now. And you stand with them? Where is your faith, my brother? I was to bring under my standard all the tribes of the Gobi. None would dare stand against me. Was not that once your dream for me, Jamuga?
There is no limit to her perfidy.
She is a woman, Jamuga. Much woman. Should her perfidy be less than that of other women? I beg.
I don't know if I can take any more of this. Can we stop or do we have to finish?
No, I think we can stop.
Oh, thank you.
So bad.
Yeah.
So bad. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh.
And as a history guy, that it just I can't. It's and they filmed it in Arizona.
Of course.
Because I believe that's part of Monument Valley in the background.
Yeah, it's not great. I think this is one of those movies where I think the cast and crew got cancer because it wasn't far from where they lit off atomic bombs.
Yeah,
That's correct. They filmed within I think 50 to 100 miles of one of the atomic sites, and that is how ultimately John Wayne contracted cancer and passed away in '79.
Yeah, not great. Phantom says I was in Mongolia. Well, how convenient is this? A few months back, they would begin another great war over that movie.
I mean, the Mongols had the largest contiguous empire in the known world. I mean, it was twice the size of the Romans and Alexander the Great. And Hollywood decided to put John Wayne in a biography of Genghis Khan.
Yeah, that's the other thing. That's true. Bomb Central reviews were glowing. Phantom's a hoot, man. Every reply to any of my posts are fucking great. He's got a wicked sense of humor. It's good stuff. Yes, and to his point, Mongols did reduce the carbon footprint of mankind tremendously. I want to say they killed 100 million people or something like that. Not to get off on I feel like we're getting off on a rabbit trail here. Let's pull it back towards Masters. But yeah, I feel like you know, I would have liked to have seen transformation of Battle Cat. I think that would have been cool. But okay, so Jared Leto playing Skeletor. Here's what I can think to say. Everybody, none of us want to say Jared Leto was great, but here's why I can say Jared Leto was great in this movie. Because he was heard and not seen. Yeah. That is why he was, and his voice. Like, there's one time when He-Man transforms, and he's like, "Oh, balls!" Right? The Jim Bro. Like, there's really great humor in it, and he nailed it. The voice acting wise, because in the cartoon, right, he's like, it's very like nasally. And Mike, you could probably do it way better than me, but like, it was a totally different take, but it was really impressive to see Jared Leto. Now, unfortunately, he continues to be in movies that bomb at the box office. It's Tron 3, this. What else has he been in?
Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah, like, the guy is like Jessica Biel. You put her in a movie, and it's just not going to make money, even though she's really pretty or whatever. There's another person. She was in the Fantastic Four originally. She's I would say the same thing about her. I can't remember
Jessica
her name.
Alba.
Jessica. I knew it was Jessica. Yeah, Beal and Alba, pretty, but man, they they don't bring on the bacon for whatever reason. So it's kind of a weird thing. You know, the problem I had with this was you had Nerdrotic, you had Critical Drinker, you had myself, you had all these people that are kind of bellwethers for like, is it woke? Is it not? What do you think? And we're all saying, go see the movie. It's not. And you still had people that were just like their heels dug in. Oh, Man at Arms isn't white. Okay, got it. That's it. Like, really? No, it's woke for that. You're not listening to the people that do this a lot, that are culturally aware, that care about things as much as you. And we're saying it's worth a go. So it's gotten new life on Amazon Prime, and I think that's what a lot of people are waiting for at this point, right? Talking about, I'll just wait until it comes and I can pause and pee.
Yeah, but I'd say it's definitely worth your time, and I do agree with you that it could have been trimmed up about 15, 20 minutes. I thought the setup
tighter.
Yeah, I think the time between him coming to Earth and going back to Eternia, that could have been trimmed up. I felt like that went on a little too long. But
Yeah, if you look at like one of my favorite films is Pulp Fiction. I think it's a masterpiece because every scene in that movie has a purpose. Every time someone's talking, there's a purpose. If they're not talking, there's a purpose. If you're seeing something, there's a purpose. Like everything, it's saturated in richness and in purpose. When I watch movies like He-Man, Masters of the Universe, we're talking to Katrim. That's what I'm referring to, right? Like what's pushing the story forward,
Mhm.
what's making things emotional, telling that part, but also helping you connect. All that's in there, but it just seems like there's wasted space. I'm trying to think of a voice acting illustration that I could give. It's full of verbal pauses.
Mm. Yeah, I get that.
yeah,
A lot of
there
ums
were
and ahs.
a
It
lot
just
of
doesn't flow. It's not. You could if you took out of someone's speech ums and ahs, the speech is much more concise. It's tighter. It communicates better. That's what I can think to say.
Yeah, it kind of drags, and like that's something I teach too. Is it's like it's really important. Like you know, giving too much space or going through things too quickly, like you lose. You know, like you said, you lose the plot of it. So yeah, I can see that. I could definitely say for the trimming up of the front end, I really liked without spoiling anything. The HR kind of component was very
HR's great.
freaking
The
hilarious.
complete first act, I was like, oh my God, this is a home run. And then it got into act 2 and 3, and I was like, ooh, 2's rough because it just seems to, for me, it just was like, come on, let's
It
move it
lumbers
forward.
a little bit.
Lumbers, that's a good one. Yes. Looking quickly at the chat here, Phantom's asking, so is Jared Leto like American Psycho character? I don't know.
He
Patrick
was in
Bateman.
American Psycho.
Yes, he was.
What is in Nikki's stilt speech? I don't know what that is exactly. Sorry.
Maybe stilted speech, like start,
Stilted?
stop.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe. I just think that like if they would have made act number 1, it was super kick ass, right? Like it sets the table. You're like, okay, little background going in. King's a badass, mom, him as a boy, all that, got it. And then you get to the him and the trap jaw fight, Men at Arms. You're like, dude, that is awesome. It was so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that
And
was
then-
a great fight.
And then it wanders into the second act, and you're like, I feel like I'm in the wilderness, man. You know, how long are we going to watch Adam be completely void and lacking confidence and all this? But anyways, overall, good movie. The actor, I'm glad that he didn't do roids. He looks like a natural. He put on the weight naturally. He didn't pull an Alan Ritchson and the Marvel actors that say, oh, it's fucking chicken and broccoli, and that's all it is. No, mate. Like Hemsworth is on some fucking gear, and he's never admitting it, which pisses me off. Everybody knows it. Watch Derek from More Plates, More Dates on YouTube. He goes into it. The guy's an encyclopedia for chemicals, and but looking at him, right? He's not Conan. He's not Arnold Schwarzenegger sized. They could have gone that direction, which is fine. But, you know, they hid his physique in the kind of like the baggy clothing as Adam. I thought they did that well.
I did too.
What I like about their choice with him is that he's like, I think it's great that you had somebody that you could actually connect to as a main character in many ways. Like, I feel like if he was, this would have to be kind of a different movie if they had gone full, I'm an action hero, you know, that kind of like fully busted out. Like, then it would just, that's all it would have to be. Like, they're, you know, and I kind of liked, I was very endeared to him as a character, and I thought that was a good choice. Ultimately, I wasn't sure that it was going to be, and I was pleasantly surprised.
Well, you know, he's an Aussie, eh? So that's cool. Hemsworth, like The Rock, is a walking pharmacy for musculature. Oh, I just wish they'd be open and honest about it, right? Like, and that's the other thing, right? When He-Man came out, did Adam take naivete too far? I don't think so. I don't think he did.
No,
but like,
I think the way that they characterize him having come to Earth as such a young child, he kind of picked up more Earth customs, and that's his behavior just reflected that.
I agree. And when you look at the action figures, when you look at the cartoon, everybody is so fucking ripped. It's incredible. Like muscles have muscles. Like the Rambo underneath the armpit, like the muscles on the side of your rib cage, those are there. You're like, what? So when females talk about unrealistic body standards, I'm like, listen, you didn't grow up during He-Man. When
where every young boy was
God.
like, I don't know what the word is, but as an adult, it's inadequate. I feel so inadequate.
Yeah, it's unrealistic. And the only way you get it, but it just, I think they went about it the right way. Brian May on the guitar. Check out the soundtrack. It's the only movie soundtrack I've listened to a ton. Love the soundtrack. And then also, just if the nostalgia's there, it's a great, it's a visual feast. They did such a great job. The visuals are absolutely impeccable.
Man,
before sorry, Mike, go ahead.
That's okay. Yeah, I mean, I have to just throw this out there. The speeder, like, making me think of Star Wars, like Return of the Jedi, like that whole freaking vibe was so great.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can definitely tell the Return of the Jedi, influence on that scene.
Pink Beam, welcome aboard. We are glad you are here. We're just wrapping up our discussion on Masters of the Universe, any of the movies that we're talking about, everyone. So, we're not giving away spoilers. We're simply talking about the movie in general, if we've watched it. And so far we've covered Project Hail Mary. We talked about Mortal Kombat 2, and now we've talked about Masters of the Universe. The only thing that we haven't done before we take a comfort break, guys, is give Masters of the Universe a 1 through 10. So Project Hail Mary was around an 8 or 9 between us. Mortal Kombat 2 was about a 7.5 and 8. And what do you guys give Masters of the Universe?
I give Masters of the Universe an 8. It was fun. It was very colorful. I thought they captured the spirit very, very well. I really don't have a lot of complaints. I think beyond the runtime, like you had mentioned, it could have really been tightened up. But so that would be my biggest pet peeve as well with you. But maybe a little more Orko. But beyond that, I really enjoyed the movie, and I'm so glad I got to see it in the theater. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, I think it was a strong 7. I'm gonna give it the 7. I think, like I said, a little over long. I think I probably would, if I had more connection to Masters of the Universe and He-Man, I probably feel more strongly about it. But I think a strong 7. That's very respectable. Visually super pleasing, great acting. A good popcorn film, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. I was ground zero for the perfect. I was the target age and kiddo for Masters of the Universe when it came out. It was like there was He-Man for me. Then it was Transformers. I know people are into G.I. Joe a lot and Thundercats, but that was what I could say. And as far as your Orko comment, Phantom says, "Is Orko the Jar Jar Binks of the movie?" He was like in the cartoon. No, I don't want to go too much into it, but let's say more information would be interesting to have. And then also Pink Beam. Nope, wrong thing. There we go. Lovely beard. So let's Mike Scott. Let's take the comment away. Mike, lovely beard, mate. How long does it take you to grow it that long?
This is like 6 years, and I mean, there's also like
Do you not trim
trimming.
it?
No, I trim it. So like, but
See,
like
if you did part-time welding, it would just automatically, once the mask comes down, it would burn off all the extra hair. That's all you know.
Yeah. It's one of these things too. Like it really, I have to constantly trim the sides out because otherwise I look like an axolotl. Like the only, yeah. it's very it wants to do the Jew curl thing, so I'm constantly trying to tame it down and thin it out so it like really shapes it. But yeah, thank you. I take some good care of this here beard. A lot of product.
That's awesome. Okay, I think I'm torn. If I take this, I got two rankings. If I took nostalgia out of the ranking, right, it's not built into my score, I would say it's a 7. It's just too long. It dragged. I was like, let's get to it. But then once you get to it, you're like, okay. And then if you again read my article on X, go to my profile and then click on the articles tab and you'll find it. I did talk about like it's a little frustrating when like something really fucking cool happens, but there's still in Hollywood this need to because it can't be cool. Because if it was cool, it's also considered for some reason cheesy. So it has to be followed up by a gag, right? You're like, oh, come on, man. So that's another gripe I would say that I have as well about it. Is like, okay, something super awesome happens from my childhood, great, and gag. Gone it. So 7 on that, and you cram in the nostalgia. It's an 8. They were so faithful to the cartoon. Even the naming of the characters was faithful. They found a way to call them Ram Man or Mechaneck or Fisto. And there's some adult humor in the movie as well, which you're like, okay, but it's like Toy Story movies or whatever. Like you bring your kiddos, there's something for the adults. And I appreciated that. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a comfort break, and we'll be back in a few minutes. What I want to do, though, is I want to switch up Geysershark and Mike. I can't. I don't know if I can. Can I do this? Oh, I can switch it. I can just drag and drop. Cool. Well, never mind. I thought it was based on coming the Brady.
Yeah, caught that reference. I love it. I love it.
Punch. I didn't know I could just drag and drop. I thought it was based on who came into the room, onto the stage first and second. So whenever I pop up for whatever I'm saying is, right, Geysershark doesn't matter if you're covered. But if I bring up a comment, it's been covering Mike's beautiful beard. So now we're happy to
we can't hide that.
Geysershark's, a little bit with the comments. So I think I just solved my own problem. Leslie says, I'm waiting for She-Ra. Well, that may or may not be an end credit scene.
I swear I will not spoil anything.
No, I think it's okay. I think the word's out on that one. But like major things, I would love, and I could if I wanted, to play like, Trapjaw fighting Man-at-Arms or like the battle sequence. But I don't want to steal the magic. I know that people maybe have not seen the movie, and go watch it on Prime. I vacillated between being like, okay, a little pissed off at people for not supporting it in theaters. I was mainly pissed off at the people that I was like, it's not woke, go fucking watch it. And they're like, just we're not able to change their mind because they're just assholes. And that pissed me off. So, but everybody else may not have known, or like, it's not my thing. That's fine. But it's the people that wouldn't listen to like Critical Drinker, Nerdrotic, myself, everybody else. They were like, man, I grew up on it. I watched it and it's great. So go watch it on Amazon Prime. Okay. So that is an hour in the can, a little over, gentlemen. What we're going to do is we're going to take a brief break. The song goes for about 3 minutes, 15 seconds. But then we'll return. And if it takes a little bit longer, that's fine too, guys. I can vamp with the best of them. So everybody, thank you for being here. Let's take this break. Recharge your adult beverages. As we like to say in the Navy, recharge your beverages. Recharge your grog, whatever you've got going on. Adult beverage-wise, non-adult beverage-wise. And we're going to launch into the next movie, which is Obsession. We're going to talk about that. We're glad you're here. We're glad Mike's here. We're glad Geysershark's here. Mike's busy with his academy. Again, real quick, what is your voice acting academy?
So, yes, it's Indie Voice Academy. Go.
Okay, that's really, really quick. Give like an elevator speech, what it's about.
Yeah, so basically, I've been doing voice acting and voice coaching, particularly voice coaching for the past year, which has been super successful. So this is an expansion on that. small classes, making it super accessible and affordable to aspiring voice actors, and also the opportunity to fund and promote indie games and animation. That's actually so every class ideally is going to have a guest from somebody who's looking to get their feature made.
So is there a voice? Is there something that I'm putting him on the spot, guys? I'm so sorry. Not. Is there like a voice? Is there something that you could do like to showcase really quickly for folks what you like to do, what your job is, living your best life?
Yeah, sure. I'll throw out a little internalization, externalization exercise. So it's something that I teach students to get more out of what they're doing. Let me make sure I play with here with the game here. But one of the voices that I have in my little Rolodex, my voiceover Rolodex, is based off of an impression, a decent impression of Mark Hamill's Jokers.
So I start this sort of thing, and it's very projected, and but if I want to, and I want to get some extra characters out of this, I'm going to bring my gain up, and now it becomes Priest Nebbit.
Dude, that's like so scary that your voice comes out of your head like that. It's wild. So Mike, guys, I just want to make sure everyone's appreciating the talent that we're bringing here tonight to talk about movies. This is our thing. It's our love. We got somebody in the biz, Geysershark, myself, like we're having a lot of fun here. So yes, Phantom, he does an online thing, and I've been promoting on my timeline. So if you could look at my timeline, you'll see what he's done and links to whatever that he wants to send. But also I've asked him to put it in the reply to this stream so that it's on forever. So we're glad that you're here, man. Let's take a break. Comfort break time. We will be back shortly, and we're going to launch into Obsession. That is the next movie. We're glad everyone is here. Thank you for taking the time to do so. And we shall be back shortly. Woo!
Yeah.
I love the music that I have for this show, the CTD Experience. Welcome everybody to the CTD Experience. For those of you curious, what music are you playing, CTD? Well, it happens to be music I've curated. I've created an album, and if you have 8 quarters, however you Americans say it, yeah, you can subscribe to me on X. There's a whole album awaiting you, and just a few of the songs are on it. I gave out the one that's for free, the opening song, which is really cool. So we're glad everyone's here. Thank you. What are we looking at this time? Let me just take a quick gander. But we're looking at over 230 people on X checking out the stream tonight. We're glad you're here. Make sure to say hi in the stream chat on YouTube, on X. I'm live both places. If you are watching on YouTube and not subscribed, please do that. I'm looking to build up my subscribers over on YouTube. Throwing out some shorts there from, like, for instance, talk to Mike Delamarte, the submarine naval submarine fictional author. Yesterday, him and the person that does his editing and does his book artwork, Supersonic Redhead. We were talking yesterday, so check that out. A lot of really, really cool things. If I'm doing a CTD experience, that means that there's something really cool to say, to communicate. Like tonight, right? We're recapping all of summer's movies that we enjoyed or have heard something about. You're at least going to get our take. So big welcome to Geysershark. Huge welcome as well to Mike Delamarte. He just got done doing a really cool voice acting demonstration, right? Like, that's his job. So we're excited to have him here and showcase what he can do and promote him, because he's recently quit his job to do this full time. And he's got some classes he's putting together. He's taking a big swing, but he's really good at what he does, man.
Thank you.
So that's really cool. So from last night, here's Mike. We were talking. You can see me smile at Ice Station Zebra and frown at the hunt for whatever. Roger, mate. Tracking. Oh, so fun, man. So thanks, Mike, for being here. We're glad to have you. And now we're going to talk about some fun stuff. Continuing on now with these movies for the summer, we're going to talk about Obsession. All right, now this is about where I'm going to say, like, the first 3 movies we have all seen. We got Mike; he's ready to go. He's in the corner, ready to box. So this is promised not to be, and there will not be any spoilers. Okay, but we're going to talk about things now. This is where I'm going to rely more on people that have seen it. I have not as of yet, but Mike, you have, man. Let a rip, tater chip.
It's phenomenal. Horrors is definitely having its renaissance, and this is evidence of that. Yeah, I mean, just incredibly well done. I'm like trying to, like, kind of filter through and not, like, spoil anything for anybody. But yeah, just the right length, a really like tough tale, man. And I love the discussion that goes on about this as well, because people are like, oh, is this person the villain or is that person the villain? It's like, nobody's the villain. It's just good. That's the beauty of good horror, right? Yeah, there's some vibes here. I got some Stephen King vibes. Obviously, there's references here to allusions to the monkey's paw. I will say too, in the last I want to say 10 years, I would say, like, some of the best horror movies, the basis is like a curse, and, like, man, the hits keep on playing, man. It's a great movie. It's visceral. It is a rough watch. It is exceedingly gory, so you have to have a strong stomach for that. But it's also like it's also kind of fun. There's some funny parts too, like brutally funny. The timing for certain things could be funny in a very dark black comedy way. But yeah, this is a huge recommend for me. Like, if you like horror, you're gonna really like Obsession.
Okay, if you like horror, you're really gonna like Obsession. Got it. Is there, like, okay, if you like this, like, can you give a menagerie? How long has it been since anyone heard that word? Of movies, of horror movies, like, okay, right, like, you're our algorithm. If you like these movies, you'll like this.
Yeah, what was the recent one? Not Monkey Shines, it's the other one. The Monkey. there's some black comedy elements in that. Yeah, I'm like I said, just those guys like the monkey's paw. I'm trying to think of other, wishes gone wrong sort of illusions. Like, Wishmaster is like that classic one. But this is there's some witchcraft elements to it as well. It's hard to kind of pin down.
So it's supernatural, is what I'm hearing you say.
Yeah, kind of.
Like, I think I gotta say, okay, well, my favorite horror movie, is the oh my god, I just forgot. Oh, The Conjuring. Fucking great. Oh my god, that movie, because it's based on a true story, and Matt Rife bought that collection, and you're like, what are you thinking? Are you out of your mind? That's wild. So, anyways, like if you like, or you have like Freddy Krueger, like Nightmare on Elm Street kind. You got Jason, the Halloween movies. You got so like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Ring. Like, what is it that's like if you take bits and pieces from other movies and sew them together, you got this? Or again, I know I'm asking a lot because
it's
the whole
really,
idea is
there's
that
a
there's
lot of
not any spoilers.
Yeah, there's a lot of originality to this. It's just kind of borrowing little bits and pieces from other films. It's really hard to pin down anything that's like this, per se. Maybe like a zombie type film in some ways. There's a that's the beauty of curses, because like that's why I said like supernatural kind of sort of, yes, but also like it's not like a ghost or a demon or anything. I won't, like, again, without spoiling anything, it's incredibly, yes, it is extremely gory. It's a rough watch. I guess maybe what's the one with Glenn Close, like, as the girlfriend who, like, but
Fatal
not.
Attraction.
Fatal Attraction, but not, because it's not, like, yes, some spirit, like, I guess maybe you'll get some bits and pieces, but like that's someone who's like actually mentally ill, and this isn't like, oh man, I can't spoil it. It's just go see it. Just if you can stomach, if you can deal with gore, you like a good horror movie. Just you gotta see it.
So Mike almost walking out of the theater 3 times. That is crazy. And Mike, I did mention to you really quickly in the chat, you're welcome to come up. Happy to give you an invite to this session if you want to talk about, since you've seen them, Obsession and Backrooms. You're more than welcome, mate. You're happy to stay in chat. Never any pressure or expectation, but good dude here. It's not that gory. It's the supernatural and possession freakiness that gets you. Ooh.
Gory.
Okay.
I would say gory and grimy.
Yeah, and Mike, since you've seen it, you can confirm. They say Indy Navarrete she's that her acting is top tier in this movie.
Yeah,
that she was able to go from just a normal, regular girl to suddenly she's this. I don't want to get too far in the weeds, but how she is throughout the rest of the movie, and she's able to do it just in an instant. And how she can be both sweet and unbelievably unnerving at the same time.
So you got to see this comment. Phantom never fails. Fatal Attraction kept me faithful to my wife.
Well, and don't get a rabbit. You've seen the movie, you know what I mean.
Rabbit stew. Yeah. That's actually, so yes, that was actually the without, but yes, that was actually a good reference to a similar tidbit of a movie that had some elements. That's so good, dude. Yeah.
Okay, roger that.
Yeah, and these days I don't really watch a lot of horror movies just because so many have, at least from what I've seen, they've just been slashers, and I hate slashers. And so many have also been either slashers or demonic possession, and both of them I'm not crazy about. But they say obsession is something that's not either of those.
Mm-hmm.
Roger
I'm,
that.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Well, there's a big
Okay.
debate about that. You know, that there's a big argument online about whether it's demonic possession or if it's just some random, non-supernatural thing. And I think the issue is that, Nikki is not herself. Her real spirit is just not there. And there's something that invaded her, possessed her.
Okay, so now I just want to remind everybody. Well, first of all, Mike, welcome aboard. We got two mics here. So Michael, Mikey, I'm going to call Demacurio, and Mike, I'm going to call Delamarte. First of all, welcome, mate. Thanks for coming in and talking. But yeah, just want to make sure that everybody understands no spoilers. We'll go up to that edge of no spoilers, but say everything that you can. But yeah, no spoilers. Not that you were. Just want to make sure that the audience is aware we're not going to do that. But let it rip, Tater Chip.
No spoilers, but I think when the wish was made by Baron, he didn't realize seriously what he was doing when he asked for Nikki to love him more than anything. He thought that she would be herself, but instead something else decides to get on in there and fulfill the wish. And the real Nikki, as you see the movie, you see that she kind of comes out every once in a while, her real self, and she's like completely freaked out about what's going on. And the actress is so amazing.
She killed it.
You cannot believe how fantastic her acting is, because she'll be completely in character as the possessed girl 1 second. And then, oh my God, her normal spirit comes back into her for maybe a second and a half, and she freaks out. And then she goes right back to being the possessed girl again. And if you've ever had a psycho girlfriend, this movie is very triggering.
Yeah.
So you might have to leave the theater.
I will say, like, there's this one, I won't like get too far into it, but like there's a choice of lighting in a very particular scene where it's just the silhouette and the light and the eyes, and I'm like, bro, I'm getting chills just thinking about it. It's so well done. And I think it was actually top grossing for a movie under how much money? Like
I'm just thrilled
the production budget for Obsession was $750,000, and it's like surpassed like 5 times that amount.
Yeah, we're going to talk numbers. I've got a chart. Don't you worry. I've got that when we get to the end here. Don't you worry. Got a chart. But for this comment, Leslie saying this would probably cause my pastor's kid. If you guys don't know, that's what PK stands for, PTSD, to raise its head. And then, of course, Phantom saying that, he's been around the world and seen some shit. So that's something for sure that, that's a good horror movie. I had a psycho girlfriend. She changed as if I sat on the remote. Yeah, it's a good horror movie, it's almost what isn't there. Right? It's almost good. And that's why I think horror movies, I was listening to Joe Rogan Experience, he was talking to somebody and the subject came up. It's not like an action movie where you have to spend $300 million. A horror movie is like almost like what's not there and how scary that is. And then eventually, there's a budget for what is going to be scary and seen on screen, but it's a totally different thing. And so you guys have won me over. I want to see this. I'll probably try and watch it. I don't know. Maybe watch it after this. Yeah. But you guys are selling me on this for sure.
Yeah, you remind me, Doug, of something John Landis said about American Werewolf in London. Is he said he showed the wolf too much, because not showing the wolf is what was really scary. And that's the thing about horror movies is you see something moving in the shadows, but you can't make out the details, and that's where the fear comes in, because your mind fills in the blanks.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that I'm yet to do a CTD experience where somehow American Werewolf in Paris doesn't come up.
I've not seen
it's like
that
7 degrees of Kevin Bacon. It's like, here is an apple, and he's got to be able to somehow link it. I'm kidding, mate. It's all good.
No, not American Werewolf in Paris. I never saw that one. I'm talking the OG.
London.
Original.
Sorry, London. I meant London. Sorry, that's my bad. But that's funny.
Great movie.
I'm not wrong. There's a nugget of truth in there.
Yep. So,
Okay. Anything else that you'd like to talk about Obsession, Mikey or Mike? And then if not, I think we need to go and you guys need to rate it out of 10, 1 out of 10.
Yeah, no, I think I said everything without spoiling anything. I think I said everything that needs to be said. Just go watch the fucking shit.
Okay. And what about you, Mikey?
You're getting a 10 for 10 out of me, maybe an 11.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay. What else did you give a 10 out of 10? Hail Mary. Okay.
Hail
So
Mary
that's
and
two 10 out of
Obsession.
10s.
And we haven't even gotten to Backrooms yet.
Oh, man. Okay.
God.
And then Mike, what would you give it?
That's a 10 out of 10 for me, dog.
No shit.
Yeah.
I just got
yeah.
to say, I want to go on record as saying I'm so glad it beat Sinners. I went into that movie because of the hype. In the first half of it, I'm like, what is this movie trying to be? And then you finally figure it out and you're like, oh, okay. It's like, it's all right. Okay, Roger. Like, but then you listen to everybody like rave about it like it's the second coming.
God.
And I just listen. If it was a banger movie, it's not a race thing. People automatically go there. So I feel like I have to like say that, but preempt my comments. But yeah, no, it's just
Yeah.
And I mean, you have Forrest Whitaker in it.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm on record saying that I enjoyed Sinners. I liked the movie, but was it the absolute monolith of all things that movie making needs to be? No, definitely not. And I thought Michael B. Jordan was good in it, but Oscar worthy? I didn't think so. But
well, an Oscar behemoth, right? Like you're just like,
Yeah.
come on. So looking at this comment here, Phantom saying, okay, going to see it. My friends in China would totally freak. Belief in ghosts is a whole new level there. Well, they also do ancestor worship, right? Like the Asian culture, certainly in Japan. I think so in China as well. So they've got a whole new level of respect for the supernatural. Whether I would argue, if in the West, right, we kind of come from a Judeo-Christian bend where we like, but we're not saying that like things like The Exorcist don't exist or whatever. So we don't know what we don't know, and that's I think one of the beauties of horror movies, if done well, is it plays on our fears and it plays on if you got up almost 3 times to get out of the movie theater, that comment right there, Mikey, is the one that just like puts me so over the top. I can't wait to see this now.
yeah.
Well, I saw it 3 times, and all 3 times I felt like that. I thought to myself, I got to leave. This is too much for me. But I forced myself to stay. Glad I did.
Wow. Okay. Well, there it is, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. We've talked about Obsession. So next up on the docket. Oh boy! Before I pull up the next poster for what we're talking about, everybody's nice and big. Got all 4 of us here tonight as well. So all right, Backrooms.
Yeah.
Backrooms.
Yeah.
So I've not seen this, and I know that guys are okay. Let's go through and who's seen it. I have not
seen
have
it.
you? Okay.
No, I have not seen it yet.
Mike, have you seen it?
Yes, I have.
Mikey, have you seen it?
Oh yeah, I've seen it. I think 3 times also.
Nice.
Okay. Man, you guys are making me very much. All right, very well. The trailers were not. Well, I watched the backroom trailer and I was like, yawn. But then you read about how everybody's so. Someone's breathing in their mic. I'm not sure who that is. Might be Geyser. Yeah.
Yeah, that might be me. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries, man. Yeah, just wanted to just say it was occurring. Back rooms. Who wants to go first? Mike or Mikey?
I'll take the floor in this one. And I know Mikey will have some great things to say too, which is 3 times awesome. Yes. Again, just like, man, what a great testament to horror and like a different kind of horror. As somebody who is very like, I'm not fully like OCD, but I'm very like about like, spatial, like everything in its place, and that movie really just stirred up some stuff that I was not expecting. Also, running off a small budget as well, but you didn't feel it. really, really incredibly well done. There are a few little caveats that I have with it in terms of like how the film gets to where it needs to be to really start going. Some leaps in logic from it's the typical slasher issue with like, this person is incredibly smart and I don't believe that they would have made this decision, and it could have been written to make that transition a little bit smoother. But that being said, like the impact, it also just kind of goes off in a direction that I didn't expect, and that was really refreshing and kept me on the edge of my seat. It kind of like shifts a couple different narrative kind of character focuses, and then really builds to this great climax and then ambiguity. There's some stuff, man, that like imagery, just the imagery, like again, I don't want to spoil anything, but it involves a Christmas tree and like this mishmash of emotions, this just psychological tension that just bubbles under the surface. Because I'm like, I'm supposed to have the warm fuzzies right now because it's a Christmas tree, but I don't feel that. It's really something else. And a lot of that, like it works at your subconscious in these really interesting ways and really kind of like unnerves the fuck out of you consistently, and generates a really great sense of dread. And there's a little bit of Shining in there for sure in terms of influences, I feel. And then like, back to what we were kind of saying with the previous with obsession and monsters and showiness, like I think that's the only other kind of nitpick I have. The big bad is kind of a little too showy, and I felt like it would have been better served to be less. But that being said, like ratcheted up the tension in all the right ways. A really disturbing, bubbling under the subconscious psychological horror, and really, really, really good.
Well, I'd like to chime in here on that. The liminal spaces element of this was evident a couple of years before this movie came out, where somebody took a picture of this, what looked like an unoccupied office building's floor, where the walls were this sort of monochrome yellow. The carpeting was like some dingy green, and overhead were these fluorescent lights all buzzing, with the acoustic ceiling tiles. Some of them are stained. And it just gives you this vibe that you're just completely weirded out. And then, they started doing these YouTube clips about that place in video games, and people were really having a good time with the supernatural element of this. So this movie comes in with a lot of people already being sort of fans of the concept. What I liked about it is just how creepy it is. And one of the things that's creepy is when you describe that Christmas tree room, the whole space is remembering anybody who goes in there, and then they try to copy them and represent them, but whatever spirit runs this universe misrepresents what people look like. So they'll have 8 eyes and 3 noses, or 6 fingers on their hands. It just does a terrible job of remembering. And it's remembering rooms, and it's remembering furniture, but individual pieces of furniture will melt into each other. And it's just so off-putting because it's just not level. And you just feel that sense of unease in almost every scene. My nitpicking about it is I thought it ended too fast. I think they wrapped it up really quick. They felt like they were running out of runtime. I had to watch 3 YouTube videos to figure out the ending. And then I had to watch the movie a couple of more times to concentrate on what was happening at the bitter end. But I finally got it. But I think if they just slowed down a little bit and presented that better, I wouldn't have had that nit. But other than that, I thought it was a really great show.
No, that's actually really cool to hear. That real quick, Mikey, is that your phone that you're getting texts on, the dings?
That might be it. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah,
no worries.
Like, is it me?
I was like, is that me? It's like, wait, yeah, it's work. Yeah, no, that appreciate it. It just, this movie, and I think obsession in this movie, wasn't it YouTubers or influencers that produced it and did
Yeah,
it and have absolutely knocked everyone's
Yeah.
socks off?
yeah, Kane
Yeah,
Parsons.
it's a YouTube guy who he's 20 years old.
Yep.
He's
Go
a
ahead,
child.
Geyser.
Yeah, I was saying Kane Parsons, the director of the movie, he's got a whole lore and world set up of the back rooms that he's been doing since I think you can if you may know the lore better than me, he's been doing since he's like 15. He's been doing it on this program called Blender, so he's been making all these like little found footage type films, just exploring various parts of the back rooms, and it never reveals too much, which is perfect for horror. And you in this liminal space, and I've seen a couple of his short films, and they're very unsettling. Just not even because it's poorly lit, it's because it's lit, but you still can't see anything. There's something nearby, but you just don't know what it is, and it's unnerving. So I'm sure that he brought that into his big budget version of the back rooms here.
Yeah, this whole that is like stepping into like an MC Escher painting at one point. I'm just like, this is intense. Just like everything's just kind of mishmashed. And again, for me, like, it's like something's not right, and it's like my brain just like really stressed out over this thing kind of being like it's kind of in the ground but not. It just gets worse and worse as you pursue it, and like things chasing you in there. I go back to the Christmas tree, man. It really hurts, like, because I'm a child of like the 80s, so I love that like very particular 80s Christmas tree light. The old lights are like the association for me is just so.
Is that like the giant ass bulbs?
Yeah, and they're very set in like this color, but it's just it's like it is nostalgic for me in a very like warm way, and that's
nice.
And then because
oh, never mind.
Backrooms, it's like fucking slowed down and Christmas tree music like on warp, and like something's chasing you, and I'm like, no, wires everywhere. Fucking terrifying, just terrifying.
So they're preying on your nostalgia, which is even worse. It sounds like
it's good. Yeah.
Well, one thing we didn't talk about was the actors. The black actor who plays the main character, I can't pronounce his name. It's a Star Wars name.
Yeah, I don't want to butcher it.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Bless you.
Yes, he's amazing in everything he's in. He was great in The Martian, and I thought in this he just goes above and beyond. I'm surprised they got him cast in this because, it's a bit of a risky project, but he brings it home in this. You really feel what he's feeling, and the guy's disturbed, so he's in therapy, and you're right there in it with him, Yeah. So, and it's so rare that a movie will do that.
Yeah.
And he's one of those actors that always brings his A game to whatever project he's in.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. Like acting is freaking top notch in this as well. And he really just carried so many emotional beats in this movie, from being like, this, you feel that level of empathy for him, and there's a divorce, and there's alcoholism, and there's a real sense of like being lost, and then for him to he flips it too in a different way, and it's just really like I was just so engrossed in what he was doing. Everybody in here, just phenomenal. What was I gonna say too? Oh, he was also Baron Mordo in Doctor Strange, by the way. That's why I was like, how do I know?
Yes, he was. He was also the agent in Serenity.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he was. He played a great agent in that.
Oh man. Okay, finally something I can identify with. Yes. I get him and who's Chadwick Boseman? I get those two mixed up. Right?
Yeah, I see that. They have some similar, really similar facial like structure things going on for sure.
Yeah. And so Phantom in the chat says he was a great agent. You're not wrong.
Yeah, he was awesome in that movie.
And great actor. Yeah. I mean, it was Firefly or Serenity. So good. Not to go down the rabbit hole, but like what a great option. Rare opportunity when a TV show gets the shaft, they get to tie up in a bow. Shit, and we benefited from that. So, okay, back rooms, Mike, what do you give it? 1 out of 10.
I'm giving that a 9, and it only gets 1 point off for that ending issue that I mentioned.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 8 out of 10. I really, really enjoyed it, and I want to rate it higher. But my issues, like particularly with getting into the back rooms, I'll just kind of say, like from a narrative standpoint, just felt kind of lazy for somebody who's very smart. And I was screaming at the TV, like that level of like, I have a video I'll send you. I'm sure you'll die. You'll be cracking up over it. But yeah, outside of that, then I can't really fault it much more. I enjoyed everything else. But yeah, that kind of was like, dude, like, come on, this is.
I realize I'm going to put you on the spot here, mate. But is there like, if you were to like do back work, because Mikey, if you didn't know, Mike here is a voice actor. Can you do like in a world? Like is there like a 10-second thing you could do like with that voice and like back rooms to make people want to see it? No pressure. I know I'm putting you on the spot. If you want to do it later, cool, or not at all. But I just wanted to ask because it's so much fun to listen to like the voices that come out of your head, mate.
Yeah. In a world where everything is ultimately unsettling, scratching the very subconscious of your mind. Backrooms.
Slow
Very
clap.
nice.
We're
Very
slow
good.
Clapping that. Oh, that's so good. I actually think I have sounds. Yes, StreamYard does have. Here we go. Applause intense.
Thank you.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that was great, man.
I appreciate it. Oh man, it's so cool to have such talented people around what we're doing tonight. All right, so I mean, the first 4 movies we've talked about here fared well. Project Hail Mary got very positive from us. Mortal Kombat 2, very positive from us. Masters of the Universe, very positive. 5. Obsession, very positive from you guys. Backrooms, very positive. Now I feel like we've been in the promised land. Now we're going to go into the desert for a little bit. I don't know that anybody has seen these, but we can at least talk about what we've heard and what has unfurled. I almost said unfolded, but unfurled sounded like a better word. I got Michael here, or Mikey. So I got to like, step up my grammar game. All right. So let's us look at I would say after 93, he kind of peaked. He jumped the shark at 93, but Steven Spielberg. So here we're going to talk a little bit about Disclosure Day. Who here has actually seen Disclosure Day?
I have not.
I have not either. Mikey, have you seen Disclosure Day? So
Nothing.
Okay.
I stayed away on purpose.
Me too.
Yeah,
I think
here.
that's all. That's probably all of us. I didn't hear any. Here's what I heard. It was a little lazy. It was a little. Actually, you guys vamp a little. I didn't imagine doing this, but I'm gonna try and pull up a review from someone. Go ahead.
Well, what I heard regarding the movie is, and all the reviews and the YouTubers I've watched who did go see it, they said that this was supposed to be a return to form for Spielberg, and it was not. And this is something I've especially noticed since '93, since he did Jurassic Park, and he's been very obsessed pretty much all of his career with aliens in some form, like Close Encounters, E.T., that god awful 4th Indiana Jones movie, and
It shall not be named.
yeah. Even the beings at the end of AI, they all look exactly the way he imagines aliens to look. I heard that's the same thing in Disclosure Day, but somehow or another, at one point or another, Spielberg lost his whimsy. He lost his sense of wonder and excitement, and he started doing all these serious dramatic films, and he did like War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise and Minority Report, where he went a little darker than he normally does, and it just, Disclosure Day was just more of the same, and it was rather uninspiring.
Okay. That's what I've heard as well. By the way, welcome to over 300 people that have checked out the stream on X. We're glad that you are here tonight. Make sure to say hello, and we're glad for those watching over on YouTube. Thanks for that. So what I've pulled up is a video from a trusted source. I think we can all agree on that, which would be the Critical Drinker, who I often get confused with, but that's okay. So it's about a little over 7 minutes long. I feel like if none of us have seen it, we can at least watch someone that has, and his reviews are usually pretty spot on with my takes. So let's take a moment to watch this, and then we will reconvene.
More iconic and instantly recognizable than Steven Spielberg, the guy who basically invented the concept of the modern blockbuster, whose filmography reads like a whistle-stop tour of everything that cinema can and should be, who instantly evokes feelings of wonder and magic and boundless possibilities. Damn, man, I practically grew up on Steven Spielberg movies, from Jaws to Indiana Jones, E.T. to The Goonies, Jurassic Park to Saving Private Ryan. But for all things, there is a season, and no matter how high you rise up, eventually time and tide are going to bring you down. Which brings me neatly along to Disclosure Day, a movie that seems to have garnered about as much hype and anticipation as the fucking Mandalorian movie, released into an apathetic marketplace that's still dominated by a pair of low-budget horror movies made by YouTubers. And honestly, now that I've experienced it for myself, I can see why nobody's excited for this tedious, meandering, unfocused, pretentious piece of shit that feels like a holdover from a different generation, completely disconnected from the zeitgeist of today, and convinced that it's somehow way deeper and more profound than it actually is. Disclosure Day is basically The Running Man, and I mean the crappy Edgar Wright version, but presented and marketed like it's 2001: A Space Odyssey. Anyway, let's get the plot summary over with quick so I can drown my sorrows in something appropriate, like toilet duck. So the movie opens with our main man, Daniel, who's some fucking dork working for a super secret government agency that manages recovered alien technology dating all the way back to the Roswell incident in the 1940s. Anyway, he steals an alien space dildo along with a bunch of files and records that could blow the whole operation wide open if they ever got released to the public, and goes on the run with his girlfriend who's a former nun. Yeah, sure, okay. Wait, I just realized something. This movie is literally Nuns on the Run. Anyway, while this is going on, weather girl Emily Blunt has a close encounter with a bird in her living room, and then immediately starts speaking an alien language live on air. Clearly something's up with this girl. So the story basically revolves around these two complete strangers who share a unique bond, who find themselves drawn to each other for unknown reasons, while Colin Firth uses another one of the alien space dildos to psychically track their movements so he can capture them. Oh yeah, the space dildos allow you to tap into other people's brains so you can see what they see and even force them to act against their will, something that Nun Lady becomes aware of pretty quickly when he does it to her, but instead of realizing that she's a walking liability and cutting her loose, Daniel just goes, "Nah, it'll be fine," and then acts surprised when Black Ops teams in SUVs keep crashing his party. Not that it matters much though, because their level of competence makes the Russian army look like the Adeptus Astartes, and even a computer nerd like Daniel, who's never done anything more strenuous than climb a flight of stairs in his entire life, is easily able to give them the slip. Why? Fuck you, that's why. Anyway, so eventually the two of them hook up and travel to a local TV station in Kansas to broadcast all the secret government information, but then Colin Firth shows up and shuts the whole thing down just as they're about to go live. But that's okay, because Emily Blunt uses the alien space dildo to power everything back up again, because I guess computers and satellite uplinks can run on hopes and dreams or something. Then Colin Firth just kind of goes, "Well, I'm all out of ideas," and has a nice sit down while she releases everything to the entire world. Do you know what else could stop her, Colin? A fucking bullet. I mean, it's kind of tough to leak highly classified and potentially devastating government information when you're breathing through your fucking forehead. Anyway, then Emily Blunt's friends wheel a geriatric alien into the studio, and no, I'm not kidding when I say this. Where did it come from? How did they manage to get it past security? Don't know. Then it whispers something in her ear, and the movie ends before we even find out what it says. And that's it. That's the plot for Disappointment Day.
I hate this. It is revolting.
Honestly, what a pointless waste of time and money this movie was. I mean, the way Spielberg's been hyping this shit up, you'd think it was about to reshape the future of Western civilization or something. Like it was going to be his magnum opus, the epic culmination of a career spanning more than half a century. When you get right down to it, though, it's nothing more than an uninspired, by-the-numbers chase movie about two people we don't particularly like or care about, pursuing a vague objective that isn't particularly interesting, hunted by an enemy that's not particularly competent, powerful, or clearly defined. The revelations and twists are mostly non-existent. Nothing's revealed in this movie that you either don't already know or would have guessed about 30 minutes before it happens. Even the villain's flat and dull, like he's just going through the motions with no clear sense of identity or purpose. Colin Firth's character isn't complex and nuanced enough to be interesting, or just plain evil enough to be genuinely threatening. And for a Black Ops government agency out to protect their secrets at all costs, they never once do something crazy like kill anyone, even when it would absolutely be in their interest to do so. This is the kind of story that's been done 100 times before, usually far better, and often by Spielberg himself. Close Encounters was infinitely better at building up the wonder and mystery of an alien force acting on humanity for decades, all building up to that epic first contact scene. E.T. better captured the human drama and universality of friendship, loyalty, and loss, all wrapped up around a likable group of children that transcends culture and even species. Shit, man, even War of the Worlds delivered a better story about massive world-changing events that would reshape humanity. Disclosure Day bills itself as a movie of big ideas, but ultimately it feels small, both intellectually and creatively. And worst of all, it's a movie that feels weirdly dated and irrelevant now, despite a few clunky references to AI and current-day conflict zones. Obsession has dominated the box office partly because it tapped into a lot of current-day anxieties about modern dating, relationships, isolation, and unrealistic expectations. It hit a cultural nail right on the head, which is why it created such an insane grassroots movement supporting it. Disclosure Day, on the other hand, feels like it's trying to grapple with the angst and fascinations of 30 years ago, when shows like The X-Files were all the rage. Nowadays, I feel like if they actually came out and admitted that aliens exist, most people are so wrapped up in their own problems and petty squabbles that they wouldn't even give a shit. And that's exactly the way I felt when I shut down my computer. Sorry, I mean walked out of the movie theater. I just didn't give a shit about what I'd seen. It did absolutely nothing for me. It was a 2.5-hour snore fest and sad proof that Steven Spielberg's best days as a filmmaker are long behind him. As I said at the start of this review, for all things there is a season, dear viewer. A time to keep and a time to cast away. And as much as it pains me to say it, I think Steven Spielberg's time is up. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
Okay, so there we have that, guys. Unmute. Make sure to unmute your mics when you get a moment. So I think I have this alien space dildo.
It's gonna be great band, man.
Yeah, more slop for us to not watch. I think I have the perfect thing to say about Steven Spielberg. I would love to get your guys' opinion. Okay, right? So it's kind of a fighter, right? Boxing, MMA kind of illustration. But like, okay, take Rocky, right? He was hungry. He was not the champ. He was not sleeping in Egyptian cotton, right? He had to get up, drink his eggs. He's punching raw meat in a locker. There's no frills. It's all grit, determination, heart, something to prove. You're the underdog by a mile. That's Steven Spielberg in the first part of his career. Then he started having some success and some bangers. And that's why I say, like, around Jurassic Park, Schindler's List, after that, it's like you're now the champ, and you don't have that drive. You're not waking up hungry. You're not waking up with something to prove. You're waking up with, this would be cool to get to if I get around to it, that kind of thing. And that's what I can think to best describe. What would you guys say about that? And then also, what is your reaction to what the critical drinker, go and follow on YouTube, by the way, had to say?
Well, the boxer analogy is something I've heard from other people before, that you're right. Spielberg isn't hungry anymore. You know, he was working with limited resources, low budgets, especially on films like Jaws and even Raiders of the Lost Ark. So he was forced to think creatively, to work around certain problems. And now he doesn't have to do that. He can just say, I'm Steven Spielberg, give me money. And, you know, he was the kind of director that I used to go to the theater based on his name. If Spielberg was making it, I went to the theater to see it. You know, whether it was Indiana Jones or, you know, something like The Goonies. You know, I think, if I remember right, he was also a producer on Gremlins, the original. I think.
That's correct. That's correct. Joe Dante directed it. He was
Yeah.
like an executive director.
Yeah, I mean, but if and he was even producer on Poltergeist. Allegedly, the word around the campfire is he may have actually directed that one because Toby Hooper was too busy snorting coke. But you know, if it was a Spielberg movie, you went to go see it. And after Jurassic Park, after Saving Private Ryan and Schindler's List, his name wasn't enough to get me to the theater anymore because the movies themselves just didn't seem all that interesting. And honestly, there were several of his movies that I never even heard of, that I'm like, wait, what is this? A new film by Spielberg? When I'm seeing it at the video store, I'm like, I never even heard of this one. Like War Horse.
Yeah.
I never saw it, and I never. And everybody was talking about what a great movie it was. I'm like, oh, it must not have been too great because nobody talked about it.
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely feels like the proverbial cheese has long since slid off his cracker. I don't know if I don't want to like posit anything in particular. I just yeah, his relevancy. The last thing that I saw of any sort of relevance by Spielberg was Minority Report. And everything after that's just like meep. But I mean, you know, like I'll give credit where credit is due. Like, you know, he had his time, he had his day. You know, it's I think it's time to pass the torch for Spielberg, because like, yeah, I just don't. This is very milk toast from everything that I'm hearing. I have no desire. Aliens again. Like,
Yeah.
really? Do we need to? I think we've said everything that we need to fight. Like this is maybe if this kind of story was, you know, in like the 2000s, this was released, maybe we would feel like more compelled. You know, government conspiracy aliens. Like, but these are ideas that are just so played out, so that it's already very much crippled. You know,
This. Go ahead and finish your thoughts. Sorry.
no, I mean that was the end of it. Like, I feel like, you know, just like what we know of this as it is like, all right, whatever. I'm already going in half baked on it. So like, but to hear that it's not well thought out either on top of it.
Right. Yeah. So here's Phantom has a great what I would thought. Pre CGI, he worked around technical shortcomings to allow the mind of the audience to create the images. Now he shows us the limitations of his mind rather than let us explore our own imagination. I don't think it's possible to put it any more succinct than that. Nail hit on the head as far as I'm concerned.
I agree. And this makes me think of AI and that movie. It was so heavily reliant on, you know, early 2000s. I think that's when it came out, CGI.
Yep.
And it just didn't seem as imaginative as a Spielberg movie about robots should have been. And maybe that was because he was going more with his, you know, Lucas's ILM studio to do the CGI. and not practical effects, but
Yeah.
it just it Spielberg just doesn't feel like Spielberg anymore.
Well, I think we've explored why. And Disclosure Day, I guess maybe, but there was a comment made. Was it him? Somebody, but basically, it's going to challenge your Christian beliefs.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
It was in
something to that
tandem with,
effect. Yeah,
yeah. It's like, okay, the bloom is off the rose with him for sure. I think Spielberg is, yeah. You've just coasted, I think is the best way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a problem. Welcome back, Mike. We're glad to have you, mate. So did you have any final thoughts on Disclosure Day, what we watched?
Well, I like the discussion on Spielberg, and I think you guys are right on target with that. I think the guys just.
Did you see this
disappointed me
quote by
ever
the
since,
chance? Did you see
what's
this
that?
comment? Did you see this comment by Phantom?
I'm
I
pretty
think
much caught up on all the comments.
Okay. Yeah. The fact that his early work, our imaginations made his movies great. His later work,
Just really great stuff, but I
yeah.
really haven't liked anything he's done since the mid 80s or the mid 90s.
Okay.
I think
That's
he flamed
fair.
out a lot earlier than you guys thought he flamed out.
I think Jurassic Park and Schindler's List, I think that's it from me. That's what I'd say. Mikey, what would you say then? Before Jurassic Park, before Schindler's List, what would be his movie where you're like, okay, I'm out? That was it, and it's downhill.
Oh, I think the magnum opus, the Gatsby, was Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Was that 78?
Really, after that, it was all downhill.
yeah.
No
I think
shit.
that one came out right after Jaws. Or
I mean, I'd argue E.T. I would argue Jurassic Park and Schindler's List.
E.T. was so
that's fair.
stupid. Oh my God, it was like a kid's movie. Come on, man.
But you can't deny the cultural impact. Unlike Avatar, right? Like, this is the other thing that, and we're going to take a comfort break here, guys, in a second. But like the whole thing, have you noticed this? It only popped out, like the light bulb above my head only recently occurred, where it was like, you notice how it's like, it's going to make this much money this opening weekend. It's made this much money compared to that much money. And then they don't adjust for inflation because they're dickheads. And then it's weird marketing. It used to be like, is it good? Is it bad? Is it worth seeing? But now it's been weaponized. And I think Avatar is the reason. Oh, look how much money Avatar made, $1 billion. Great. Name for me a character, and then name for me a cultural impact that movie's had, or the 3 movies have had. You can't. It doesn't exist. So there's weird shit that is Hollywood math, muddying the weird waters, and then gaslighting and not using, fucking. This is like Man of Steel versus Superman 2025. Oh, really? You're not gonna you don't think that the money difference, right? Inflation has no say. So look, when that movie came out, I grokked the shit at a Discussion Film, Culture Crave, Collider, every asshole that was like, oh, look, it made more money than Man of Steel. Hey, Grok, did what adjusted for inflation, what did Man of Steel make? Oh, it's $100 million more. Fuck you.
Yep. Yeah, people got really salty about that. I was like, but it's not that great. Yeah. Yep.
Supposedly, Leslie says, the movie was about.
I think she made out that aliens
wrote
the Bible.
Aliens wrote the Bible. Yeah, you're seeing that, and you got to watch out for like ops. I'm not unsold that Spielberg isn't a tool of some weird, fucking op that's going on. Why not just use Zimbabwe dollars? Exactly. It's just legacy media, even influencers are being outed as, oh, they're grifters now. Who can you trust to say, hey, that's why on X, I always aim to be just truthful. Like, and if I get called out and it's wrong, great. Oh, this is AI. Didn't know that. I'll own it, man. But like you see these people twisting and turning and shilling, right? And you just get your knickers in a twist because it's like, well, who can I trust? Who can? And so this tonight is a discussion on that, and I think we're 4 very earnest people doing that.
Yeah, agreed very much. And and as far as the influencer crowd goes, it's been shown time and again how many of them were paid to say, Superman was even better than Richard Donner's original Superman. Yeah, and I'm like, I would love to see. I would love to see the check they got for saying that.
You just make that's the thing is you don't know. All right, so before we go on a comfort break, I do want to share something with everyone that I think will make your day. And Geysershark, you're tracking this already. This, for some reason, the algorithm on my timeline has decided that it's going to take off, but for good reason, because it is gloriously funny. It's only 15 seconds long. It's a palate cleanser before we take our comfort break and then come back. So let me give everybody Cookie Monster. Cookies are a hell of a drug.
Cookies! Give me all the fucking cookies!
I'll never get tired of that.
We're having fun here tonight. We got everybody in the house. We got Geysershark in the house. Mike Delamarte. I can't not put the Riz on it, man. Sorry. We got Mike DeMercurio, the sub author. Man, you guys thank you so much for hanging out tonight. We're having a great time. Let me just recount the movies left. All right. Again, to be honest, we did talk about we're going into a bit of a drought. So that was Disclosure Day. We've got Supergirl, The Odyssey. We've got Spider-Man and then Toy Story 5. And then we're going to talk about Super Troopers 3. So I understand that everyone is braced for awesome. They're experiencing awesome. But we've also been so, as always, great to have everyone here. I want to respect everyone's time. I know that Geyser and Mike Delamarte, you guys signed up for a certain amount of time. Mikey, you're welcome to hang as long as you want, man. If we go longer, than what you signed on for or what thought it would be, but you're welcome to hang out. We've got some seriously high caliber people here. We're going to take a brief break, and we will be back shortly. And this song, again, guys, if you subscribe to me, it's only $2, 8 quarters on X. You get the entire album, and this is one of the songs, Let Loose. It's the weekend. We will be right back. Comfort break time. Just ask me, I'll tell you. I've got some badass tunes, man. So super fun. Super fun. All right. We are here with Mike Delamarte, Geysershark as well. The next, I'm fine if we spend 30 seconds on this fucking movie, but yeah, Supergirl.
Oh my. Well, wait, no, I'm sorry. Let me do the George Takei. Oh my.
Oh my. Well, let me just really quickly bring this up. Phantom says, thanks everyone. Sunday morning conference call. He's in Asia. Begins in 15. Really enjoyed the time and charged me for the meeting. China's 13 hours. Mate, thank you for making this this episode, this show really fun tonight, this podcast. Your contributions have been spot on. We've enjoyed them immensely. Thank you for taking the time. And anybody else that is in the chat, the bar said hi, man, with Phantom, with Leslie. We got other people. We got X and YouTube. I want to welcome over 375 people that have taken time out of the day to hang out. So we're glad that you are here. And by all means, feel free to engage. Say hi, say something. We will incorporate as we can, as able. Right? We got things that we're getting off our chest and talking. It's our job to entertain, and it is your time to just be at the bottom of the well, and we'll put the bucket down to you. I'm just saying. Who's Will Portier?
Yeah, look him up. He's an American actor. He was more recently. I mean, he's a bunch of stuff, but he was Adam in Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Okay.
When you look, pull him. I mean, you could pull up his face. You're like, oh, okay, it's definitely.
Wait,
all right, I'm gonna
also
Google it.
in We're the Millers.
Poulter.
Yeah, about right.
Will Poulter.
Okay, yeah.
Poulter. Got it. Yeah, it's Will Poulter. So I recognize him now, for sure. I still wouldn't be able to name him, so don't feel that bad. All right, Supergirl. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. If you guys do, that's fine. It's an open forum, but I'm just going to lead with what I'm going to say here. In that, the first trailer that came out for this movie had Crypto, whatever the dog's name is, taking a piss on Spider-Man on a newspaper, and that immediately was like, I'm out. Like, got it. James Gunn. Yeah. Clearly, no respect. DCU has always been more serious than a Marvel, and now they're completely, James Gunn is like Joss Whedon, like Junior Varsity Joss Whedon, and Joss Whedon versus Zack Snyder as JV. So it's like you keep going down the ladder. So you have this, her, whatever. Don't care about the dog. It looks terrible. Looks more like deconstructing, just like called Superman a bitch in Superman 2025. Not endearing, not anybody like, oh, I want to look up to them. The superheroes are called that because people were looking up to them at one point. Got it. Marvel in its infancy was like, oh, DC, Superman's kind of like a father. Well, let's make Wolverine, who's going through shit, and teenagers will identify more. Got it. But like, to completely Truth, Justice, or whatever was one of the posters that they came up with, and it's like Truth, Justice, the American way is what it's supposed to be. It's just the marketing, especially the early marketing, took every opportunity just to completely shit on everything that makes Superman and Supergirl. Not that I would have gone to see this anyways if it was amazing, but great. So that's what I can think to say. I led the charge on this one. Mike, Geyser, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Everything that I've watched about this, it just kind of turned me off. I would have already been kind of like, this could have been one of those movies that I would have watched streaming if I heard enough good things about it, but I haven't. And I watched enough reviews on it. I listened to the chatter, because I'm always curious. Like, I don't want to have any preconceived notions about stuff. But yeah, I mean, it just, from everything I heard, not a strong villain, not a strong cast, not a strong character. trying to be way too edgelordy, too many issues with plots and giving powers, removing powers, giving powers, removing powers. Oh, it's a green sun. Oh, it's a red. Yeah, like I have no interest. And then, even Jason Momoa, I'm like, whatever. I don't
Yeah, of
Momoa.
course. Yeah, of course, I didn't see the movie either because I was unimpressed with the trailers, and then of course saw and watched and read reviews, and I thought Millie Alcock had a good look for Supergirl because I thought she, kind of fit how she appears in the comics. But everybody says that there's an opening line in the movie where she says, "Clark sees the good in people. I see the truth." And I'm like, that's just another bit of superhero deconstruction. And
It is
I mean,
fucking
and it's,
enraging. It
yeah,
enrages me.
yeah. And because Supergirl, I mean, she's not a female version of Superman. She's her own character, but she's a hero just like he is, you know. And I've said this many times that one of the original ideas that I read about was her coming to terms with what happened to Krypton because she can remember it, whereas Superman doesn't. And I thought that was a good idea that they could have explored. I mean, for how she becomes a hero, and and adopts Earth as her home, just like Clark did. But then they went with drunk, belligerent, superhero female John Wick, and they wonder why it failed.
If you want to talk about superhero fatigue, it's that, right?
Yeah.
It's not. And I love that, Mike, you're engaging on the YouTube chat. The villain, the big bad in this is Krem. I don't know who that is.
Well, he's not De La. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
You guys have me at a disadvantage. I only watch the movies. So is she a role model? Or is she someone that you're like, oh, someone's fallen from grace, and like Britney Spears, she was popular, but now she's going through a drug-addled phase where, right? That's kind of how I feel.
Yeah, and with this, I feel like there was just so much lost potential with this character because the only other Supergirl movie we ever had was the one with Helen Slater back in the 80s, and of course they had the TV show on the CW for a few years, which I didn't
It started out on CBS. I don't know why they moved it to CW because it was actually, I watched the first like 5 episodes. It was actually pretty good. It was a great, they didn't, for TV, the CGI was on point, the acting was good, and then they moved it to CW where things go to die.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
By the way, it was revealed that CW never turned a profit. Warner Brothers was forced to admit it never turned a profit.
You mean after such marvels of television of history like Batwoman?
Oh my God, Ruby Rose, dude! I'm resisting the temptation right now. I've got such strong feelings, but I'm gonna stay on target. Yep. So, Supergirl. Let me Google it. Supergirl. Theater release date to streaming. Let's see. It says it was released on June 26th. Okay. And it went to VOD, video on demand, on July 20th. It spent a month in theater.
Yeah.
It made, we'll talk about numbers. They're horrible. Came out in 1 month. It's on video on demand. That's how awful. A DCU character. And, it's a whole other CTD experience just to shit on James Gunn, which I'm very persuaded to do because I think he's terrible. But this is one of those things. What a spectacular failure. This is an indicator. You've got Superman that underperformed to Man of Steel, adjusting for inflation. You've got this fucking bomb. Now they're making Man of Tomorrow. Doesn't even have Superman's name in the title. It's a bold choice, Cotton. Let's see how it goes.
That's a great reference.
And I saw the image of Nicholas Hoult in the anti-Superman armor, and maybe it's because I don't know enough about that particular history of the comics, but he looks like the Master Chief from Halo.
I mean, I guess, but here's the problem with Superman 2025 mainly is Lex was able to predict everything. He was like the perfect prophet, okay, which made Superman not super. He was constantly and always on his heels. He was always reacting, never able to actively problem solve, and that's the thing that pisses me off.
Right. Well, they kind of treated it like this version of Superman like he was not all that bright. He's not stupid, but not smart either. Like that interview scene with Lois Lane where she essentially humiliates him. And I mean, that's just not. First off, that's not Lois Lane. That's not Superman.
Yeah, but the fact he lost his temper too, right? So it's very problematic. It's all very problematic.
Yeah, and that's why Christopher Reeve is still the best Superman.
Yep. When Superman, the newest Superman, came out, instead of going out to see that, I watched that again. I was just captivated. It's just stands the test of time. Really hits we get the Hack Man in there as well. It's just brilliant. So that war suit is accurate to the comics, but I don't know. I still feel like I still feel like it would have been better to have an older person also playing Lex. A more mature person playing Lex, I think would have really sold this on me as well. I don't know. I just I have no desire to fucking see that movie.
Well, I saw Superman because I took my nephew to the theater to see it because I was babysitting him all weekend and I needed him to shut up for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
So that's how I went to go see it.
Yeah. I heard monkeys in a pocket dimension on social media and I'm like, no, I'm not. No.
Yeah.
No. How about no?
It is literally the idea of a 1,000 chimps in a room typing will eventually create a great novel. And that's what James Gunn did in this movie.
I feel like it's good for us to take in some nutrition.
Oh, this is good.
Some good cinema nutrition.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Christopher Reeve is Clark Kent, but his ability he doesn't need to wear the suit, right? In this, you're gonna watch him like he stoops, like he just like hunches, and then like when he's himself, you watch his posture change, and then it goes back, and like this is such a masterclass on, you could argue many angles, being a superhero, disguising yourself, being in character, whatever. Let's just watch this. It's only a minute. I feel like this is valued added to our conversation.
Lois, for goodness sake, didn't you hear me knocking?
Uh-huh.
Lois, we did have a date tonight, remember?
Oh.
Lois?
Huh?
You haven't been,
Oh, no.
Well, I should certainly hope not. Well, let's,
hey now,
push off, shall we?
Come on.
I better get a coat. It might be kind of cold up. No,
Here we go.
I mean...
All right, here we go. Right, this is the moment. So let's just all want to gather everyone's attention. Everyone in the audience, all 430 of you, on X and on YouTube, guys. Let's focus. Everyone with ADD, let's tickle your tism. Let's put everything to good work.
I need a person to fix my hair, some blusher,
Rewinding.
To fix my hair.
So his posture now. Watch.
Some blusher.
Would you? I can't not do it one more time.
Some blusher.
Dude.
Yeah.
So great.
He like carried this purity about him. And just like,
Lois, there's something I have to tell you. I'm really. I was at first really.
Notice how the voice also goes very nasally. Watch.
Yeah.
Lois, there's something I have to tell you. I'm really. I was at first really nervous about tonight.
Dude, I don't know that I've ever noticed it that much. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Such a
and
what a
how
lot.
you can actually watch him go from Clark Kent to Superman with just a shift of posture and taking off the glasses.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I
because you can
would add
actually
a third.
feel.
The glasses, the posture, and the voice.
Yep. I mean,
Those three things.
right.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't need some dramatic reveal or tearing open of the costume and all that. He just stood up straight, took off the glasses, and spoke. And
Yeah, and
he was good.
Put like the stammering, the looking down, also the constant fiddling with the glasses, and just that like nervous energy carried through his not just the posture, but his hands and his motioning, and just this constant level of uncertainty that he carried, and then to just refine and become, and then just slip back into it. It's really, it's so good. It's so good. This is a scene that I like when I last watched Superman when this came out. Man, I was just like that scene. I was like, oh, it's so good. He was so good. He was so fun.
I'd like to take a moment, if I may, Mike. I want to pick your brain. Is that okay? I didn't anticipate showing this clip, but I wanted to do this. I think because this is firmly within your purview. All right. So I mentioned the glasses, I mentioned the posture, but the voice. So if you could tell me what he's doing, let me just roll it back. So we're gonna hear him talk as let's roll forward. All right, now he's Superman, right? Without the costume. How he's speaking. Now I know there's like the diaphragm, but then there's like the nasally. If you can, I would love to know your take on what is Christopher doing here between what he's about to say and then when he's back in Clark. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Lois, there's something I have to tell you. I'm really. I was at first really nervous about tonight.
What the fuck just happened? Because I don't know that I comprehended. I understand it, but I don't comprehend it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's funny because it's very natural in a lot of ways too. It's going from belly and chest voice, what we perceive as that rich timbre of the chest, and just being able to speak with your whole body, and that's projecting confidence, right? And then sort of, it's like this tightness in the throat that's actually very natural for if you hunching your body and you're just kind of meek and sort of cinching in everything, like it constricts the airways a little bit. And it's also the play of like the play of the voice off of the the top palate, and this little squeeze on your palate there. That kind of, that's an exaggerated version of that,
right?
But very, very light version of that to kind of.
But as we're talking about 1970, what is this, 8? And this is voice acting in 2026. I just want to play it again, just so everybody can hear what you just described.
Lois, there's something I have to tell you. I'm really. I was at first really nervous about tonight.
So he's squeezing his throat. He's making it more nasally. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's so funny because I'm like, he almost gets a little Mickey Mouse on there.
Hold on, let me run it back. 1 sec.
There's something I have to tell you. I'm really. I was at first really nervous about tonight.
I mean, you can tell it's very nasally.
Yeah, nasally, palate. Stuffing up the sinuses a little bit. Like it's all very well done though, in a way that he doesn't overdo it. He does it right where it needs to be.
Yes, that's a great point. You're not
disguise it.
It's not like this guy's faking. It's like, oh, this is someone that's not confident. This is somebody that's unsteady. This is everything he's going for Clark. And I'm thinking as like as we're having this conversation, right? Like I'm a big Superman fan. He's my number one superhero. I'm thinking of these movies. I'm thinking of Man of Steel. I'm thinking of Superman 2025. So much focus has been given, especially I feel like Henry Cavill really missed the boat now that we're having this conversation, because they gave him glasses. That's probably what the mad props for Superman is he just wears glasses and combs his hair different. No, his posture is different. His voice is different. His demeanor is different. His countenance is different. And as I think about Man of Steel, as I think about like Justice League and all that shit, Zack Snyder, everybody missed the boat except for like this. This is it right here. I can't speak to like whatever Reeves in the TV show or whatever, but like this is Clark. What a subtle but amazing difference. It's not a matter of glasses, is it?
No, it's a whole being that he's embodying here with the voice and the posture and how there's a way that Reeves is carrying himself that, like, in these shots you see that he's not really Clark Kent. He's actually Superman. And Nikki even says here in the comments, Reeves did such a good job of showing Superman wearing Clark Kent as a costume.
Oh, and it was Kill Bill that he has this whole monologue.
Yes. David Carradine had that whole monologue.
Brilliant.
Which,
it's so spot on. Like, Bruce Wayne into Batman. Batman puts on the costume. And it's like, but Superman, like in the costume, that's who he is, and Clark Kent, is the mask, which is, and this is a great show of that for sure. And Reeve, man, my heart, like what a brilliant actor. Just so and from everything I know, like that, just a genuine, wonderful human from everything that I hear, and just this is like that embodied. This is like that.
Yeah.
I'm just bouncing back and forth between two moments in the video, right? Superman, Clark.
Yeah.
Superman, Clark.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've been robbed. Now that I think about it, I'm kind of pissed off. We've been robbed. Zack Snyder even missed the fucking boat here.
Yeah.
He missed it.
Kevin
Costner, was this even Donner? I don't know, but maybe this is Reeve just being like, I think this is the way to go, and just fucking nailed it. Right?
Yeah.
Like it's
not
glasses.
They had a documentary on this that I watched, and from everything that I remember of that is absolutely the case. He had really strong he's a brilliant actor, had really strong convictions about how to play the character, had suggestions, brought them in, and just Donner was like, yep.
And it was a case of two greats coming together, with Richard Donner as director and Christopher Reeve playing Clark Kent, Superman. Because Donner, he's look at his filmography. The first two Superman movies, The Goonies, all four Lethal Weapon movies, Conspiracy Theory, and believe it or not, one of the better, demonic possessions, supernatural horror movies, The Omen.
Let me ask you this, guys. Do you believe that Richard Donner. What was it between this and Lethal Weapons? What was the movie?
He did the Goonies. In between this.
Oh, I'm sorry. I now remember. Did you guys ever see the vastly superior, grassroots effort-led Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut?
Yes, I did.
I have not seen it. It's been on the list to see, but I have not.
Bump it to the top, mate. No, bump it to the top, mate. Geyser, I shit you not. Yes, they use test footage. It is such a vastly faucet. I loved Superman 2, the theatrical cut, anyways, but it takes all of the like ridiculous bullshit out. We're like, oh, I'm in the what is it? What's the Fortress of Solitude? He rips the S off his chest and Frisbee throws it.
Yeah,
and
that was...
all that bullshit is gone, mate.
The gummy cellophane.
It's gone.
Oh, what the hell was that?
This scene right here. This is actually part of the Richard Donner cut. So they did take like test footage and insert it instead of like feature film footage to piece it together, to sew it together as a quilt. No, this scene, that scene, whatever. Dude, it is such a better movie. Superman 2, after watching this, 5 out of 10. Richard Donner cut, 10 out of 10.
All right. Well, it's definitely going to the top of the list.
They play parts. They don't become the character. Yeah. I don't know how this is missed. I feel like this is cinematic malpractice. But we're talking about Supergirl. Let's hem it up and move on, because we've got The Odyssey. We've got Spider-Man, Toy Story 5, if we even give a damn to go there. And then Super Troopers 3. We've been at this a minute. I don't want to like torpedo this to be such a long episode. I just want it to be fun. So over to you guys on what we do next. I'd like to move on. Any other questions, comments, or demands?
No,
I'm good. I'm good to move on.
All right. I'm deleting fucking Supergirl from my ability to move up the poster, and I'm doing this. And if we gloss over it, like we've just lampooned this enough. We'll talk about earnings. I think this is an Avatar earnings thing. Christopher Nolan, IMAX. There's the predictable shills. Fuck off. I just, it's so like Oscar bait, to quote Elon. I mean, we did a whole CTD experience, guys, are on this. So I'm going to shut my mouth, let you guys say a thing, and I'm happy to move on as quickly as possible, because I think this is absolutely deconstructing the West's ability to its foundation, one of its foundational stories. And Christopher Nolan, because everybody has, I just want to listen, everybody that loves Christopher Nolan, don't forget to cup his balls. That's all I'm saying. Don't forget to leave the boys alone. Give them a little play, right? It's while you're doing your thing, right? Proper fellatio. Dude, this is one of the most egregious fucking cultural abominations I can think to have happened in cinema in I don't know how long. I'm shutting up. Go.
But Zendaya is in it. I don't know, the poster from everything. I haven't seen it, so and I
haven't either. But fuck this movie. Go ahead.
I've been hearing mixed things about it, enough for me to kind of like I might.
Well, it's enough. Look at the casting. John Leguizamo, who's Hispanic, and rails against everybody that plays Hispanic that's white. Yeah, now he's Hispanic playing someone white. Then you've got the whole thing. I apologize.
I get it, and I completely agree with all of that. And it's the same for me. It's the same thing as like separating the art from the person, right? And then we can Michael Jackson, very similar thing. A lot of people are like, I won't listen to it because it's like I don't give a shit. Like, is the thing good? And that's where I'm kind of focused at. So I have all the same contentions that you do about that. From everything that I've heard about this visually too. Like we watched the trailer, like this poster, it's like, oh, just smog and blue and dark, and that seems to be the vibe. I'm also not a huge Chris Nolan fan at all. I'm not. Like some stuff is very ambitious and cerebral, but in the pursuit of that loses so much of the heart and connectivity, and like my ability to kind of connect with his filmmaking, if that makes sense. So I'm not the biggest fan of him, and I was really happy that me and the missus were on the same page about that. I'll eventually get around to seeing it, but yeah, I'm not chomping at the bit, because it just seems I'm a huge fan of Greek mythology, and so any kind of you know anything that kind of flies in the face of the spirit of that is a big no for me, Doug.
Well, and speaking for me, I have not seen it. I've talked to people who have, and they've enjoyed the movie, and Doc, you and I, we went after this movie, and I am, Mike, I'm kind of with you. I wouldn't call myself a Christopher Nolan fan. He's made movies that I've enjoyed, like the Dark Knight trilogy and Memento. I thought those were good movies. I thought Memento was fantastic. But he is not the director whose name alone gets me to go see a movie.
No.
And I said it in the episode Doc and I did talking about it. He's the guy who can get these just grand sweeping epic shots. He's got the vision, but it's the interconnection, the human moments that he is, in my opinion, not that great with.
Yep.
And that's one of the reasons why I did not like Interstellar. I very much do not like that movie. And McConaughey, he does a great job, because he's a great actor. But those human moments that should have built up everything that, all the grand sweeping stuff that we saw, I just didn't feel was there.
It's grand filmmaking from somebody who might have Asperger's.
I had not heard it put that way, but
that's like really like hits the nail on the head. It's just like, okay, there's things happening, and it's like big vision, and yes, all these, but like again,
and
connectivity and human emotion.
Yeah, and also not just that. I think Christopher Nolan was not the right director for a story with the scope of the Odyssey and the content of the Odyssey, because in what we would call, it could be defined as a fantasy film or fantasy story, because of the appearance of Zeus and Poseidon and Athena and the Cyclops and the Scylla and all this. And Nolan is very much focused on making everything grounded, as realistic as possible, which works for the Dark Knight movies because that's the kind of Batman people like. But I think it works less with an epic scope of a story such as the Odyssey.
Yeah.
And again, the human stuff is, at least in my opinion, he can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I ask everyone to go into my highlights on X and go and watch the CTD experience, where Geyser and I went in depth into all of everything we're talking about. I think you're right. It's like having Spock, if I was to put it gently and probably politely, having Spock direct a movie about emotion. You've got the wide shot, but when it comes to what matters, the human touch, it's just not going to be there, and that's fine. So Odyssey, I'm still not going to see it. I think that's why he decided to film it on IMAX, because he's like, oh, we'll get the people that, like, if I go to IMAX, it's going to be that experience. I can't get it home. So I think he's being a bit devious, and the shills and shitbirds that promote his product. It is what it is. It'll make money, but again, I will not see it. Here's why. it's deconstructing the West's storytelling. Homer, right? You have the lead actress playing Helen saying, Homer, did you not think about female screen time? Like, that's a direct basic fucking quote, right? Like, what are we doing here? Right? Okay, you're going to disrespect the fucking writer of the Odyssey. And then, to Elon's point, you're hitting the wicket, so it'll be considered for Oscars. Huge fail as far as authenticity. It was completely cerebral. Spock, fucking tickled the tism to make a movie. This is the Odyssey. Anybody have anything else? I just want to move on because this makes me so mad. I just want to, karate chop Christopher Nolan in the fucking Adam's apple.
I am good to move on, sir.
Yep.
Great. It's so upsetting to me because it's not genuine. There's no love. There's none of that. All right, Spider-Man, Brandon Day, dudettes. I'm hearing so much good about this. Now, I understand the marketing has been what I tried it against, which it's going to make $800 million on its first weekend. It's like, dude, is it good? That's all we care about. Let's go. So,
word around the campfire says it is.
Yep.
That's what I'm hearing. And what are you guys hearing? I know that what I heard was who plays Spider-Man? What's his name?
Tom Holland.
He spent a lot of time on forums incognito doing some what do people really want? Like, what's her name from Spider-Man 2 that was like, do you want cookies and milk? That girl, Ingrid or whatever.
Ursula.
Like, I think she's back in it. I don't know. But like that level, right? Like people like, what the fuck, Peter? Why did you? I think that's the biggest criticism about Spider-Man 2 is that he didn't end up with her. And that's it's one of the best superhero movies ever. So tell me what you guys are hearing.
I've heard great things about it. I was really, really worried because I'm just like, this is so many freaking characters that they're putting in this, and I didn't think.
Wait till Avengers Doomsday, eh?
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't think John, I didn't think the Punisher would fit into this. I'm like, oh, Spider-Man mutation. I don't give a crap about that. And we've been building up the Scorpion. I'm like, okay. And then it's like, oh, there's Tombstone in it too. And I'm like, Jesus, how many fucking the Hulk? The Hand. I'm like, but apparently,
Mark Ruffalo. Fuck that guy.
It's a rough hello.
He's a great Hulk. He's a great Hulk, and he's a great Bruce Banner.
You're not
Beyond
wrong.
that, if I never hear him,
he's a terrible human being. Yes.
Yeah. But from everything I've heard, well balanced, a really great movie, good time. Like, the last one had a lot of characters as well, and did I think a pretty great job of juggling all that. It wasn't the perfect movie, but it was a good time.
I loved No Way Home. I thought of the trilogy of, well, at least at the time, trilogy of Spider-Man movies, that was the best of the MCU movies.
Yeah, it's probably the best thing to come out of pandemic. It was like this shining ray of hope.
Yes.
I've heard good things, so I'm excited. I mean, it just came out, so I haven't had the opportunity to see it.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely going to delve into that.
Yeah, this is the opening weekend, but it is going gangbusters. And we're going to look at stats here that Grok put together for me. So we don't need to talk numbers just yet. I've got that for you. I'm going to spoon feed you like the airplane's coming in. Open up wide. So Leslie says, my nephew, nieces, and I are really wanting to see this one. I think that is everyone. Like the only thing that could have put the kibosh on the PR on this is Mark Ruffalo. And that motherfucker has not said a peep. They've sewn his mouth shut because it's a giant douche canoe. And they know he is, but they know people love him in the movies because he's fucking endearing. But in real life, he promotes, whatever, politics, and is overboard. So they had to have written in his contract, you will not utter a goddamn word until we say you can. That's all that it has to be, because he's way over the top, super communist, like fuck you, man. And here he's like, just no word. None to be seen. Just fucking. What was it? Cinderella. What's it? Rachel. Heard from. Whatever else heard from. Yeah, Hollywood is learning their lesson. The problem is he's going to have the same platforms he had before, but the fact they're pausing it so a product can come out and do well. The integrity drives me. The lack of integrity drives me up a fucking wall and cross the ceiling and down the other side. So I just want to put that out there. I feel better. Oh, thanks, guys, for letting me get that off my chest.
Be there for you with that. I feel that.
Oh my god, that fucking guy. Oh.
Yeah, he's really, really loud. Shut the fuck up. Make a goddamn
Not
movie.
only loud, but like anti-US. Anyways, we'll not make it political. I want to make sure that Mike has plenty of customers. I won't taint your experience here tonight. So I think, everybody's agreed. It's great. I will say this. I want to get you guys' opinion. Do superhero movies, just looking at this poster, right? You've got Scorpion, you've got Punisher, you've got the Hulk, you've got Spider-Man, and then you've got whatever the fuck. And then but you've got Hulk, Punisher, Scorpion. Who's the chick in the middle? I don't know who the chick in the middle is.
Jean Grey.
Yeah, that's what I hear that
Oh,
that's rumor
good.
that she's the new Jean Grey.
Awesome. All right, so you got one. So Spider-Man, Hulk, Jean Grey, Punisher, Scorpion. That's 5 characters that are like huge, right? When did we get a movie where it's like the villain versus the superhero? Are we done?
Yeah.
Is that era over, or do we need to like fucking just chock full everything here? Because I'm a little I don't know why we have to like fucking stuff a turkey like Thanksgiving holiday every movie now. That's a superhero movie.
I'm 100% in agreement. I feel like it's
sometimes it's because the story itself is not that strong, so they stick everything in, including the kitchen sink.
It used to be special.
Yeah.
Like if you're to look at Spider-Man 3, which is terrible by the way, but that has like 3 bad guys. You got like Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. You've got James Franco as what the fuck. You've got Lowell as Sandman. And then isn't there a third? Who's the third?
Venom.
Venom. Right? Eddie Brock. Yeah. You've got, what the fuck from that 70s show. And that was huge. Now it's like just to have an average movie, a normalized movie, you've got to have like this many. It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Marvel has no wonder fucking budgets are $300 million. They balloon shit to the stratosphere. It's like, whoa. And people are moving to AI, and Hollywood's like, what happened? I don't understand. I'm a fucking idiot. There's no reason this should be. If anybody had, 30 minutes to critically think and analyze the last 20 years in Hollywood, I think we just did it in 5 minutes. We've done it for them. Am I wrong?
No, that's pretty spot on.
Yeah,
it's really
look at the
frustrating trend.
Yeah, and look at the first MCU movie with Iron Man back in 2008.
Yes.
It was they had limited resources but it was built so well on Robert Downey Jr., this was his comeback. No, he was getting small parts, but this was his big deal. It relied so much on his natural charisma, and they had a lack of resources, but they did a lot with the little they had, and they only had the one villain in the movie, the Ironmonger.
And then 2 was the kitchen sink. It was bad. It was all bad.
That was supposed to be Mickey Rourke's comeback too, but that didn't work out so well.
The problem I have with the Iron Man movies, 1, 2, and 3, is every problem those movies, the villains they encountered, were a product of Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that constant. That is kind of the Marvel formula, unfortunately, in a lot of ways, because like it's like yeah,
We're not
Ant-Man.
solving anything. We're actually
Yeah.
creating and then mitigating, and that's fucked up, man. So I mean, if anybody was to like do a deep dive on things and what we're thinking, like that's not tonight's episode, but you know, Spider-Man, Brand New Day, we're hearing good things. It's just a shame that you have to bring in so many characters to be like, oh, this is a normal movie. This is normal now. No, it's not just like Spider-Man versus like 2001, right? Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man versus
Green
what's his name?
Goblin.
Green Goblin. Like, okay, that one versus one. Why
Yep.
is that? Yeah, right. Like, oh, that's so boring now.
Yeah.
Well, that's because it's become so bloated and so overdone and so this and that. I think that like there needs to be like a like let's everybody like re-equalize on what a
Oh, yeah.
fucking normal movie is, because so many movies are not being made because it requires so much money now
I've been
because of
saying
what we're talking about.
Yeah, I've been saying this for a while. I'm like, you know what they need to do? Just reset and give us like this is our connection with heroes is like there needs to be humanity in that. If you lose humanity and your connection with these characters and their stories, like and that's the issue. I think the biggest issue with as we continued into the multiverse, and then it's like, where are the fucking stakes? And I have no concept of what even that fucking means. I don't care. It's just shit on a screen at this point. Like who fuck like and I get it happened in comic books. Congratulations. I don't care. Like it isn't I have no stake in the game. There's no connectivity. There's nothing here for me to empathize with in these sorts of scenarios. So like I do think it needs to get back to homegrown kind of like, really rein it in, simple stories, like, and they can escalate, but like, yeah, I think that's sorely missing. And again, that reins in the budgets. You have to have better writing, better usage of your assets, all around. I think that's where it needs to go.
Yeah, it's a case of a lot of times where the lack of resources is where the magic happens.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the more resources you have, the more extravagant you get, and the less connected you become to the audience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, agreed.
All right, fair enough, guys. I think we're all agreed we're going to watch this. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to watch it.
All right, we're going to in the theaters. Is what I mean to say.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Oh,
a lot of things vying for my attention.
I know, but that's the whole thing, right? Our home cinemas.
Yeah.
We spend a lot of money on our TVs. We can pee and pause. There's the snack / I can eat ribs if I want because I just fucking baked them or ordered them.
Honestly,
like honestly, was say again.
It's other people in the theater that I'm just like usually like, especially when like I have it's like usually 2 weeks, 3 weeks out. Let the hype die down. Now I can go in and I'm gonna pay a premium to go enjoy a movie.
What about the people that their behavior that isn't irksome to you?
I mean, loud talking, phones, distractions, just generally like the
shit you don't have to deal with at home. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
Yeah. And I
gotta say, let me just take a moment, mate. I gotta say, I'm not gonna get on my soapbox of other things, but I think that you may have just put your finger on most people. Like, I don't have to deal with ... fill in the blank. I don't. If I go to if I stay home, I don't have to deal with ... So movie theaters, AMC, Regal Cinemas, whatever the fuck, that's what they have to. Again, anybody listening to us tonight, almost 500 people have checked out the stream on X. Dude, we are dude, the movie industry, dude, they are learning so much from experts here tonight. Okay. So let's take a comfort break. Let's say what we have in the future here. Okay. So let me do this. All right. Now we've got, do we want to talk about Toy Story 5 now and just dismiss it and go to, Super Troopers 3 after the break and then, call it? Or do we want to talk about Toy Story 5?
I didn't see it. So, I feel like
same here. I never
I
saw
have not
Toy
either.
I haven't seen Toy Story 4.
Well, me either. All right.
Good for you.
So I hear good things. So before we do, I apologize. We'll do this when we come back from the comfort break. We'll break down the box office numbers so far. Okay. Then we'll look at Super Troopers 3 and then we'll call it. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Good.
All right. So we've been at this just over 3 hours. Big thanks to Mike Delamarte, Geysershark, and Mike Delamarte earlier, who opined on the two. He bowed out because, I know these movies and I don't know the rest, and that's cool. So I invited him. Dude, we have so many cool, high caliber people involved in this process, in the CTD experience, here and there. So hopefully everybody, hold on one sec. How does the saloon work? What are your thoughts? I think I'm not going to tell you. What do you think?
I like it. I want to drink there.
Absolutely.
That's where I want my old fashioned, man.
Oh, old fashioned. It might be new fashioned here.
Ooh. Yeah, it's cool. It's very cool. I want to drink there.
Awesome. No. So
Makes me thirsty.
as I'm being transparent here tonight, because I try to be transparent with my friends on X. Like, hey, what should I do? Tinker. So even from last night, tonight looks different on CTD Experience with Michael to you all. I've decided I asked Grok to make a space that would be fun but fitting, and hopefully you all. I love the wanted poster, by the way, in the back.
Yeah,
That's super cool.
I saw that.
But the mirror, I want everybody, you have a seat at the bar. We're happy to have you. So, okay, home stretch. We'll forego the Toy Story 5. We'll talk about the numbers. We'll talk about the box office numbers. Then we'll do Super Troopers 3, and then we will call it. All right, guys, we're going to be right back. We're happy to have Mike. We're happy to have Geysershark. And what I'm most happy to say is, you want more of these sweet tunes? Subscribe for 8 quarters. We'll be right back. Chat. BRB. Almost 500 of you now. Oh, my God.
The weekend is here.
If you are enjoying the tunes on tonight's The CTD Experience, you can easily subscribe. I've got 10 or 11 more songs, super great, available to my subscribers, otherwise known as the Crit Crew. So, welcoming back Mike Delamarte, the voice actor extraordinaire, and my brother from another mother, Geysershark. We see more eye to eye in movies and culture than probably is healthy, but at the same time, we might be saving it at the same time, based on how many CTD experiences we've done, mate. So grateful to have you two here. Thank you so much.
I'm always happy to be here, man. Thank you so much.
Always a good time, man.
Okay, thank you. All right, so we decided to forego Toy Story 5, which is great. That's fine. So let's do this. I'm trying to think how, no, that's not right. I am looking at numbers. I told you guys we'd get to this, right? And we're going to do that. So let's talk numbers. We'll go by the numbers, as we should. So Mortal Kombat 2, production budget $80 million. So if anybody is understanding movies, whatever the budget of a movie is, you need to basically make like 3 times what the budget is, because the marketing budget is basically twice the time, and then theaters intake half of the income if you go see it in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I don't know streaming numbers, so we'll not go there, but here we go. Mortal Kombat 2, 80 million. Domestic, 80 million. We'll call it 80 million. International, 50 million. It made worldwide 130. We're going up. So twice the budget would have been 160. 3 times, right? Would have been what? 240 million?
240.
Yeah. So it likely lost a shit ton, which is now, again, I don't know if people watch it streaming, what it's supplemented. We can only, I feel like what we're about to talk about is fairly archaic, but that's okay because it's important to understand the math. But then when we get to Masters of the Universe, Prime Video, it's number one, where, the ads, it just, I know that streaming, there's not reliable, unless you guys know, there's not reliable, like streaming. Oh, you watch this many people watch it. This is how much they make, that kind of shit.
Yeah, I have no idea how that breaks down. Some stuff gets streamed.
So we'll just go off of so this is the theatrical. What's that, Geyser?
Oh, nothing. I just cleared my throat. Sorry.
All right. Well, I hope so. All right. So, and this one is a gut punch for me. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Masters of the Universe production, $170. Okay. It only made 65 million domestic, 49 million international. When did He-Man become so unpopular is my thing. I think the first trailer was like him. It put so many people off. But again, there's so many people that watched it that are trustworthy. Nerdrotic, The Critical Drinker, myself, other people. Like, it's great. It's not woke. Go watch whatever. So it made 113 million, and it was 170. So what? 314 million to double, and then it's like a $500 million to break even. But Prime has said, no worries, we've got other shit. So streaming has to be part of the process here.
Yeah.
All right. Obsession, $750,000 to make this movie. It's made, somebody read it for me. How much?
$262.4 million domestic.
What? Domestic. Now add international. Go ahead.
$198.4 million international.
For a total
of $460.8 million.
That's crazy. It's wild.
Yes, indeed it is.
Imagine, what do you even do?
Yeah.
I,
Rolling in the money, man. It's, I mean, just a really great showcase of like, hey, like, you don't need some crazy fucking budget to fucking write a good story and make a good movie.
yeah. And it's kind of like, what something, Doc, you and I have talked about, just good writing, good actors, good directing. And you can create, even at minimum, a passable movie. And look what they did with $750,000. They got great actors, they got a compelling story, and Mike, you said it's the monkey's paw is what this story is, and it's just taken it's monkey's paw / elements of Fatal Attraction taken to its logical conclusion.
Yeah, it's awesome. Good for them.
People are loving it.
Yeah.
All right, Roger that. Backrooms, $10 million to make. It domestically grossed $200 million, 195 international, 390. Like, just imagine how rich they got to be. They're young Spielbergs, but they're now old Spielbergs in one go. Fuck.
I mean, can you imagine the guys at A24 are just swimming in a Scrooge McDuck vault of money based off of Backrooms?
Yeah. Love A24, man. Gotta give it to them, man. They're backing the right horses, and it's so
I haven't
good.
watched.
The problem is
their
they're no longer
stuff,
going to be
really
the
are.
underdogs. They're no longer Rocky.
They
That's
were
what I'm getting at.
Yeah, they haven't lost momentum though, as far as I've seen. That's the
the
thing.
fact
Like,
that they gave a 20-year-old $10 million to make a movie. That's something really incredible.
yeah, I'm hoping this is something that, like, again, Hollywood has to be paying attention. Like, we're bleeding fucking money. Do more of whatever they're doing. Like,
right? I mean, this is the stuff people want to see.
So here we go. The Odyssey, $250 million budget. Seems low, if I'm honest. That's fine.
Yeah.
Domestic, 360 international, 721. You need a 10. Really? Right.
So they're right
3
on the
times.
cusp of making
They're
their money
nowhere
back.
near. No, it's still not turning a profit until they. What is it? 1.2 billion to turn a profit? No, sorry. 750 million.
Yeah, 750 million to break even.
I've actually
even.
I've heard metrics too where it's 3 or 4 times, and I don't know.
Oh shit!
So
yeah.
No wonder. Again, my point. Oh, let's stuff that shit in IMAX. How much your ticket prices? Exactly.
Yeah, they're about double the standard ticket. And plus, and one thing about the Odyssey is tickets were selling out over a year ago when they were putting out the pre-sales. So that a lot of the numbers that we're seeing currently are likely based on those original pre-sale numbers.
Very much so. James Gunn, shill DCU bullshit going on here. Spider-Man Brand New Day was less. No shit. 225. This is based on, I mean, we're on tip of the spear, right? The early Friday focus is 168 million.
Yeah, this I say Spider-Man's definitely making its money back and then some.
But also, like, I don't know. I would not be surprised if Disney, because I think they've been caught up before cooking the books on.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Disney cooking the books?
Yeah,
I'm shocked. Or wait, no. Let me say it as they said in Fight Club. I am Jack's complete lack of surprise.
225 million.
Oh, I like yours better.
But the thing that pisses me off is the grinding social media accounts, right? That promote how much money they've made and then they like, oh, again, I'm just going to put it out there. Superman 2025 versus Man of Steel 2012. Oh, it made so much more money. Oh, wait, did you adjust for inflation? No. And then Grok holds him accountable. It's great. But there's a gaslighting, disingenuous lack of integrity about this whole process that really pisses me off. Like,
and there is something, I think I brought it up previously, is that who's talking about the lore of these movies? They're only talking about the amount of money they're making, and I think I said it on our show about the Odyssey, is like, what movies of Christopher Nolan's are people still talking about, still breaking down, still exploring the
or James Cameron.
Or James Cameron. Yes, both of them.
Yeah.
It's not these. It's not the Odyssey. It's not Oppenheimer. It's not Avatar.
No.
They're breaking down stuff like Memento, the Dark Knight trilogy, the good Terminator movies.
Mhm.
And
wait, not Genesis?
I said the good ones.
Oh man. All right, so let's land this plane. Disclosure day, 115 million. That seems low. Am I wrong?
It does seem low.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
So domestically, it made it back. Internationally, 239. So, what's that? 230 million? It is on the
just over.
It's
maybe?
probably just about to turn a profit, if that. Probably not.
Crossing the finish line by a nose hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you got Supergirl, 170 million. Some reports 170, 186. Domestic, I think the first weekend was 37 million. Not great.
Yeah,
a total of 125, losing oodles of money again. Superman 2025 lost money. James Gunn is not bringing money into the DCU coffers.
No. Especially after the underperformance of Superman, the abysmal numbers of Supergirl, and how seemingly universally hated season 2 of Peacemaker has been.
Yeah, no shit. So you got Man of Tomorrow. I think that's going to be his watershed. If he succeeds at that, it may give him a new lease on life. But if not, I don't think he's going to survive. No. So any big disagreements with the numbers, this is Grok provided.
Yeah.
But
I definitely believe the 186.
What we've seen here.
Yeah, I believe the 186 million, given all the rumors I was hearing about the movie needing massive reshoots because it kept testing so badly.
Mm-hmm.
Which movie?
Supergirl.
So like the reports like on the higher end of
yeah. You know what's wild is I think this is Jason. That was Jason Momoa's big dream character. Whatever the bounty hunter dude is.
Lobo.
Yeah. Colored me as not giving a shit.
I mean, he's got the look for Lobo based on what very little I know.
I've never read the comics.
I haven't either. I've just seen pictures.
It's Aquaman with face paint.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. I like that.
All right. So I'd like to go and do something happy now. I'm trying to land this plane. I want to respect the time. We've been at this almost 3.5 hours. Let's do some Super Troopers 3. Is that okay for you guys?
Yeah.
Mike has been on cam the entire time. Guys, we don't understand that stress. He has been exuding alpha male fucking, let's go-ness the entire night. So I'm trying to be absolutely, yes, sir. I definitely want you to know I understand that stress. All right, so here we go. We're going to do some Super Troopers 3. Warning, you may see a boobie. This trailer is amazing, and we'll talk about it, and then we will land the plane. But my God, this next August 7th is when Super Troopers 3 is out. Let's go. Here is the trailer. Let's have a little bit of fun.
1, 2, 3, go! Tokyo Drift, motherfucker! Fucking idiots.
All units respond. We have reports of a high-speed chase.
I give to you
Our first electric patrol car. Fuck electricity. Boom.
Well. If it isn't the old timers passing the torch to the new generation.
You beat my rookie in a foot race? No ticket. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, go!
Hey, Thorny, we're super excited for your hot sister's wedding. To Rod Farva. Son of a bitch.
That's my shirt. It's a good sex shirt.
I got a Postmates delivery of 12 short and wide condoms for Rod Farva.
Only 12? I guess I'll have to do.
Here I come, babe.
Come get your cream, girl. I'm gonna stop this wedding. Mom, Dad, this is Farva.
Oh my God, babe, you clean up great.
I wonder if they have any white tea here. Oh, wait, that's me, Whitey.
We do like racial humor.
Who doesn't?
Farva texted me his list of demands for the bachelor party. Bum fights, Russian roulette, strip club.
What the hell? Hello, boys. Pull up a cuck chair. Turn it on. Tokyo Drift, motherfucker!
Watch it, Farva.
Is it possible we're no longer the cool guys in our own story?
Not a fucking chance.
Okay, Farva. Time to pick your snake.
This guy's actually kind of cute.
Since it's the neck, it's best to suck it out.
Check it out. Farva, that's my mom. Fucking idiots.
I could not laugh. Oh my god.
Oh,
It's so
Girl.
Hold on, let's find a good like Oh, I deleted the poster, guys, and I had to this. So that we'll just leave it on this.
Yeah, let's see this one.
Did you guys watch Tacoma PD or not? FD, sorry, Tacoma FD.
Mm-mm.
I have not seen it.
So that's the guy, the guy that plays Mac and Farva. It's a fire department like TV show. It's so good. Oh my god!
All right, that's awesome. Yeah, I'll check it out.
It's not super duper like Broken Lizard, but there's definitely elements.
Yeah, these guys are great. I'm all in support. They're just, I mean, I love a good troop. You know, they're a good time.
They're a great time. Mate.
Yeah. I loved the first one. I loved the second one. So
I mean, even my mom, who this is not her brand of humor. That first scene in the first movie where the guys are all just stoned out of their minds, and they're like, "You smell something?" Fear. And she could not stop laughing. She made me turn it off after that because she was like, "Oh my god, son, this is so stupid. Turn this off."
All right. Well, I'm gonna do a shameless plug, 100% here. This is my pinned post, and I'm okay with it.
The critical. Oh, well, look who it is. CTD, the critical DRI1. Okay, this motherfucker is full of bravado, but the only time I ever met this dude, he got outdrank by everybody in the bar, skipped out on the tab, owing everybody money, and the reason he did that is because he shat in his pants. Anyway, give him a follow on X at the critical DRI1.
So,
great.
Steve Lemmy, the check is in the mail, mate.
Oh, God, that's hilarious.
That's amazing.
So I know, like X back in the day is like, oh yeah, change your pinned post. In the time I've been on X since 2022, this is my second pinned post ever. The first was an MMA fighter, Randy the Natural Couture. You may have heard of him.
Mhm.
And yeah, so I was like, okay, I'm just not gonna bend. If that's what you guys want to do, fine. But I've got my strategy, right? Because in my bio, I'm like, hey, my pinned post is better than yours. Fucking A.
Doesn't get much better than that. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. So, anyways, I just wanted to put that in there because it's shameless plugging. But I gotta say, listen, we've been at this 3.5 hours. Geysershark, Mike Delamarte, the most, dude, you guys are so great. Thank you for taking time tonight.
Yeah, man. It's always a blast.
Absolutely.
Not only tonight, but we were like, hey, we had this insane excitement about the summer build-up, the summer movies. I watched more movies in the theater this summer than I have in like 7 years. Now we're on the after summer. Let's talk about it. This has happened. What a great night.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
And for the ones I didn't watch, like hyped up on them, like, okay, now I gotta go see them. So this is a very even reflective, but also motivating, which is great. And like, yeah, Super Troopers fucking 3. We're gonna fucking see that.
Amen.
Yeah, man, I always love doing this. This is always a lot of fun. So thank you for inviting me out again.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Dude, you guys are your joy and a privilege. Mike, you are as well. We got Nikki saying, yo, I enjoyed all of this tonight. Thanks and good night. We had great chat involvement, whether it's on YouTube or on X. We pulled up the comments and commented and inserted them where we could. If not, it was an overlay for the context. I'm digging StreamYard. I really am.
Yeah, it's good. It's good format.
Yeah, it is.
But it really helps to include, all the elements. It's not easy when you do everything on OBS, which we did last time. But tonight, Mike, you didn't have any hiccups other than me being like, oh, let me put you here on the screen where, comments didn't disguise your glorious beard. So I just wanted to say it's fantastic. Mike Delamarte, Geysershark is fantastic. It's so good, to do this, every once in a while. I apologize. Sometimes I forget when I'm Argentinian, Austrian, or Australian. It very much becomes a clouded thing for me. No, I'm just kidding. So I appreciate you guys. So let me do this before we head out. And again, the outro song is an AI song on my album. Subscribe to me, become a Crit Crew for $2, 8 quarters. You have access to my album. It's fucking great. You'll love it. You'll hear the song and want more. You want to listen to Shades On, Let Loose, which is the BRB song. Tonight's, Last Call. You'll have access to that. It's so good, among many others. But what I would like to do is give everybody the opportunity to shout out what they do. So Geysershark will go to you, then Mike will go to you, and then we'll end it.
All right. Well, thank you, sir. I don't know if anybody could figure it out from the chat tonight, but I'm a giant movie nerd. I've seen quite a few. So if you see me on your timeline, I'm probably talking about movies. And if you want to follow, great. Comment. I'd love that too. I always dig talking movies with folks. So,
well, you do that, but I'd like to say, mate, if it's okay for me to say so, you lead great discussions on movies.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I do try. But yeah, no, like I said, I'm big movie guy, folks, and you got questions about movies or talking about them, I'm all ears. Or all letters,
Geysershark is your boy.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, and the best icon on X too, by the way. So
thank you.
I was so happy that fire was spitting out of his belly in that poster.
that was great, man.
Beautiful.
Mike, go ahead, mate.
Well, my name is Mike Delamarte, and I'm a voice actor and voice coach, and now the founder of Indie Voice Academy. So if you want some small, wonderful, affordable, accessible group acting voice classes that also help to fund and promote indie animation, video games, creations, stop on by. I don't have it all updated on my website as of yet, but that is forthcoming. However, the link is available on X. Find me. I'll be, posting about it. I won't be shutting up about it for the next month. So, thank you.
Awesome. Both of these gentlemen's handles on X are in the stream title. Super easy. It's awesome. So I just want to say, obviously I just crossed the 67,000 follower
nice. Congrats,
Rubicon. Super fun. Dude,
Very
I just
cool
like to have
stuff.
fun here.
That's
I
awesome.
appreciate it. We have fun. I
Yeah.
think that people that use here's my secret sauce to success. Make people laugh and encourage them. Sprinkle in other things, but those what I just mentioned are so hard to combine social media. If you can do that, that gives you a voice to do other things. For instance, to have 517 people join a random CTD Experience podcast episode as we are having tonight. So I wish to tell everyone that's checked this out. Thank you. Everybody that's checking this out in the recording. Dude, Ed, come on out when we are live. You've seen us. May bring up replies on YouTube, on X, to influence and enrich our discussion tonight. It's been so awesome. So big thanks to guys. A big thanks to Mike. Last Call is the song as we exit the stream tonight. So good. Again, subscribe for 8 quarters, even if it's a month. You have access to that song and many more that are so good. As many times as you'd like to listen. Guys, have a great night. Big thanks to also Michael DiMercurio, the sub-novel fiction author. He gave his, opined on obsession and backrooms. All right. Until next time, I'm CTD. This is Mike Delamarte, Geysershark as well. And we will catch you on the timeline.
Neon sign is buzzing low. The bartender's ready to go. I'm sitting here with one last glass, watching the lonely hours pass. It's last call. Yeah, the party's through. Just me and my memories of you. One more round for the road ahead, with all the words we never said. Just me and my memories of you. One more round for the road ahead. With all the words we never said. Last call. Just one.